Hello everybody, welcome back to whatever this is. Some announcements. Kate has an Etsy shop and a Redbubble shop. You can find those links in the video description and buy some cool stuff and support Kate, because they're great and, you know, helps people out. I think that's it, though. Other stuff being worked on in the behind the scenes, but we can't really talk about that yet, because who knows what's happening with that yet. Gotta wait on stuff. Gotta wait. So, last we left off, you all entered into the Frostiron Mines, following these sort of glowing sentient veins of ore. Saw evidence that the miners had stopped working about 12 hours prior, and these ore veins awoke and seemed active in the presence of Sumaji and Samira. While moving through the mines, you discovered a strange blue sediment from the crushing of the blue veins that seemed to react heavily to the siblings again, giving them feelings of euphoria and a sense of longing. Found a couple miners sealed in a wall that were covered in scaly lesions, and they were all mercy killed by Sumaji because they seemed in a bad state, and found holes in that shaft where it looks like miners or people broke out of the walls and shed their skin. Progressed deeper into the mines and discovered a large submerged pool of water with a massive pale heart covered in ice, and the veins coming out of this heart seemed to be the ones corrupting the veins of ore in the mines, turning the mines into a sort of circulatory system. And there are a bunch of these hybrids, mutant dragon hybrids in the water that you all fought and killed every single one of them so far, but the heart is still very much active and still very much a threat, it would seem. So, Sumaji, you did just kill one of the miners. I don't remember how, but you did. You killed the last one. It is currently
tore into him.
Your turn still. Your action was just used.
Yeah, okay. I don't think there's much else that I can do.
Tero and Scooch are both underwater. Tero restrained by one of the big heart's ventricles. And I will say, Tero, your daggers have no issues working underwater, even though I think daggers work fine underwater anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not really physical weapons, so they fine.
So I swam underwater, so I'm 15 feet down to the water. Okay, I think that's it. I think I'm good.
Ready?
Yep.
Abe.
Alright, enough of this. He's gonna pull out the last head that he has, and
Yep.
it's a bit too old. It's a scrambled egg now. You see him just kind of let it float a bit in the water.
Yep.
And he'll just take his fingers and point it right there, and he's going to use telekinetic missile,
Alrighty.
and needs to make a dex save.
7.
All right. It will take decent roll. 24 bludgeoning damage.
Oh shit.
As the head hits the surface and splinters and shatters and pieces go everywhere.
Hell yeah. Torpedo.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. Trying to think of a bunch of puns having to do with hearts, but just gonna let those slide.
Alrighty. That'll bring us to Samira, who only has 6 hit points right now. So, yeah. Just gonna keep doing what Kate was doing last session and do a Chaos Bolt. So it'll be a 22 to hit. So, the Chaos Bolt will be either psychic or cold damage. Let's do psychic. So 13 psychic damage. So Samira hurls the Chaos Bolt through the surface of the water and slams into the heart, which shifts heavily. And that'll be Samira's turn, I think. Scooch, doing very much the same. Crossbow underwater functions totally fine. Natural 1.
Oof. You got that bonus action though. Attack.
Yeah. Bonus action, crossbow expert. 11. Well. No dice.
Or Scooch.
Or Scooch. I think that crossbow needs a bit of recalibration.
Underwater. Tero, you are wrapped by one of these massive ventricles and it's just pulling you deeper underwater.
Alright. Oh, I didn't open my character sheet. Tero's gonna... I think Tero's gonna steady aim, because there's no one... Wait, is there someone next to it?
No.
Okay, then steady aim, and is gonna throw a psychic dagger. Uh, 17.
Hits.
Hey.
You do get, steady aim would have put you restrained, so it would put disadvantage at it. It's just a straight attack roll.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Sorry. Hold on. Are you... Is restrained? Oh, I thought it was just grappled.
Restrained and grappled.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Forgot from last week. And restrained is disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Okay, sorry. Let me re-roll that attack roll then.
But you did steady aim, so it'd just be a straight roll.
Yeah, but I rolled with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Because I did not remember that I had disadvantage. So... Should have been a 19.
That hits?
Hey.
Yeah. Which will do 10 points of psychic damage.
Alrighty.
And then can't do sneak attack because I don't actually have advantage.
Correct. Alrighty.
Alright.
Anything else? Bonus
Nope.
action. Oh, you can see bonus. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
That'll bring us to the heart. Everyone's gonna feel a little bit of a rhythmic pulse in their head, and I need everyone to give me an intelligence save.
Oh, not bad.
Nice.
Samira got an 11. Scooch got a 18.
Tero got a 10.
Okay.
Smart group.
Good, not great.
All ready. Sumaji, what'd you get?
17.
Cool, nothing happens to you. Tero, what'd you get?
Hey.
10!
5 psychic damage.
Oh, that's what that feels like.
And you have disadvantage on your next attack, ability check, or saving throw, whatever's first.
Okay. Well, good thing I'm also restrained.
Samira takes 5 psychic damage, bringing her to 1 hit point, just like her brother.
Siblings.
Scooch is fine. Abraham's fine. So yeah. Sumaji, I think you need to make a wisdom saving throw here.
Ew. Probably dropping was a better idea, but oh, that rolled off of a 4, but it was a 14 plus 1, so 15.
So you're still in control of yourself.
So good. He's under the water, holding breath. The heart is how far down?
It's big, so it actually like it touches the surface of the water, but its entirety is 40 feet down.
All right. I'm gonna swim. I'm gonna get like right up on the heart,
Okay.
and I'm. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how I'll do this. He's essentially just going to, as he's swimming, he's not going to stop as as he's clawing through the water. It's going to be like a snowplow. He's just scooping
Blowing.
and tear it into the heart without stopping. So
Yeah. At least you're not using your flail because that would not work well underwater.
I know it's all okay. Oh fuck! That's a natural 20.
Oh fuck! Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so that's my hybrid form. Okay, so and then my Rite of the Storm is also doubled. So not great damage on that. On this one, that is oh god, they disappeared. That is 10 slashing
Yep.
and 4 lightning. And 2 radiant.
How do you want to do this?
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do one more roll.
Oh, okay.
I just want to see how far he gets.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, bonus action, he would do that, or he might. 14, does that hit?
No.
Okay, that's fine. As he's just tearing in, and he's just y'all see if Abraham looks down at where they just see like a plume of like blood. His heart is bleeding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see like a plume of blood as Sumaji's form just keeps burrowing. And Sumaji is just like, instead of like attacking, he's now just clawing and it's like splitting apart the muscles of the heart, just ripping through. And he's gonna like get to Tero and like pull. He's gonna like the claws are gonna come out first, and he's gonna like pull himself up and out like right under Tero's feet.
Abe kind of messages to Samira, are we gonna have to, get your brother out of that? He's going in real deep. Real deep.
I don't know. Sumaji. The heart's pulsing comes to a halt, and with it the glowing veins that have spread throughout the mine and intertwined with the ore fade, plunging the cavern into near total darkness. The heart itself begins to crumble, shedding layers that dissolve into the water where it was submerged, like it's just flaking apart. The miners' twisted forms, the abominations, float lifelessly now in the water. And before things get a little too crazy and a certain someone... Oh. Because this could go badly, Scooch is going to swim underwater towards Sumaji and jab him with the syringe. And heal you by... eight.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's got a swimming speed,
Yeah.
so he's not easy. Puffins are so cool, guys.
And then
He
he's
like
gonna
turns and
just bolts
gives-
out, just like spirals towards you in the water, sticks a syringe in you, pumps the potion into you, and you heal 8 hit points. And then he's gonna jettison out of the water and check on everybody else, because he does not have healing spells. I thought he did. Okay,
Nope.
cool.
we don't have any of those in this here group.
No, I know. But yeah, the heart now just kind of dissolves, flakes away into nothingness. The miners still transformed, floating face down in the water, and the ore veins now kind of recede and dissolve and disintegrate along with the heart. So there are no more precious veins in this mine.
Oh, gang, can we do a head count? Because, I mean, I saw a lot of glasses on that table up there. And I think I think we're missing some people.
He's gonna revert.
And Abe's gonna look around and look for any other bodies that
Yeah.
either weren't used or
The math comes true with the miners when you remember that Sumaji mercy killed the 4 or 3 that were in the wall. That equals all the miners.
got it. Thanks.
So they all did.
Cool.
Are the miners' bodies like the weird hybrids? Are they still hybrid forms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sumaji's gonna grab one of them.
Okay.
Actually, he'll grab 2 because he's fucking strong as shit.
Sure.
And he's gonna drag their bodies out of the water, and he's gonna take them to the closest bit of like dry shore,
Sure.
and he's gonna remove his. So I think there's like that hallway that we came in from
Yeah.
that had that like outcropping that Samira was
Yeah.
in. He's gonna remove the heavy cloak that is drenched. He's gonna kind of like fold the shirt, his tunic down, so his chest and all that is exposed. And he is gonna pull out some of his alchemy kit, and he's gonna begin like dissecting. Like he's gonna begin ripping open some of these creatures, these half breeds. He's focusing more on the draconic aspects of them.
Okay, yeah, they're all dressed like miners, so there is none of these are a visible foreman. So the foreman isn't in the mine. You cut into one. How you doing it? Like opening the chest cavity? Kind of taking a gander.
So he has his. Yeah, he'll. Oh God. He'll use a dagger and slice through, and he'll just crack the skull, the chest. Oh my God, what is that called?
Yeah.
Hello?
Sternum?
Rib cage, yeah. Sternum rib cage. He's just gonna break it, just crack it open. He's not being graceful about it. He's trying to see if there's any changes internally.
Yeah. You can see where like the bile duct has like changed into a sort of it's swollen a little bit more, and it's extremely cold to the touch. Most likely how these things were able to project the freezing acidic grossness. The organs are all relatively the same as you'd expect to see in a humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
The blood has like the faintest essence of like the same psychic connection that you felt with the veins, but it's basically fading at this point, and there's not much psychic essence to it at the moment. But all in all, they're mostly humanoid in terms of their organ structure and everything. The bile duct's really the only strange thing, and then the blood acting
Take
similar
a
to
sample of blood from
Okay.
each,
Well,
and I'm gonna try to remove the bile ducts.
Sure.
while Sumaji's like doing this with the stuff, Abraham will be like, "What? Bring it in." While Sumaji's busy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He would like
Yeah.
let Sumaji keep doing what he's doing. What do you think? What do you think was going on here? What do you think this is all about? I'm trying to put in my head, but I mean, Samira, what you said earlier, that there was a dragon that fell here?
Yeah, Sumaji said they saw a dragon fall into this quarry before it was a quarry.
So what we think that the heart of this dragon change all the ores and materials into its circulatory system, and then corrupted?
I don't know.
Like, is that something that all dragons are capable of doing with their dead bodies?
I don't know.
Right, I don't know. Anybody got any ideas? Tero?
Tero, you just see blood everywhere. You see Sumaji hacking one of the bodies up to like examine it.
I'm just here to have a good time.
Right. Alright, yeah. I guess take notes. We'll bring it back. We've got a bit of a travel back north. Well, we gotta get through Mladris. I don't know what's going on there. Any of you been? No? Well, how much time do we have in this day?
Anybody got keen mind?
What do you...
You've only been in the mines for like 2 hours, and you woke up 2 hours ago. So, roughly.
Right.
So, you've only 2 hours into the
Okay.
day.
Right. Maybe we can make it to Mladris. What do you think? I mean, we won't have a dig about in here. See if there's any...
You also do remember seeing
Documents.
the miners camp outside of the mines in the quarry. So, there were still like shacks and buildings outside too. But you all went
Yeah.
straight into the mines.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we can have a rot about and see what we can find. What do you think? Before we head out.
Yeah, alright.
Sounds good to me.
Figure out where the foreman went, perhaps.
Yeah. With any luck, we'll find them in Mladris on our way out. Or maybe earlier.
But yeah, Sumaji, roll me a medicine check and I'll let you know how many of those bile ducts you get.
18.
You get all 6.
Woo!
6 vials of blood. Six vial ducts, okay. He'll put those in, like, you'll see a jar that he has, and he'll put the bile ducts, all 6 gingerly, in the specimen jar. Seal it. He wipes his head, but just smears like a smattering of blood across his face. like
As
a-
you smear the
like a
blood
brow.
across your face,
Oh God.
you feel it tingle a little bit and seep beneath your skin.
Ooh.
You heal 22 hit points.
Oh my. Ugh. Yeah. All right. Anybody else feel better?
Nah. Rotten cold. Let's get out of here.
He'll go into the water and wash the blood.
Okay, as you're look in the water and washing yourselves off, in the reflection of the water, you catch the briefest glimpse of someone standing behind you, like an obscured figure, looking into the water as well, but they're not there.
Okay. All right. Thank you for letting me do that. Okay. We're going back up.
Yeah.
I will say the autopsy probably would have taken some time, not like a couple minutes. So probably would have been about an hour. So everybody can take a short. Everyone gets the benefits of a short rest.
Wait,
Right.
I'll take that. I think I'm going to use. Yeah.
Yeah, Samira's gonna use all their. Oh, Samira used all of their hit dice for the short rest, and only healed 8 hit points.
Ooh! Gross.
That sucks.
What's her constitution? Jeez.
13.
Well, that's why.
Yeah,
A plus
yeah,
one for
really rough.
constitution. Holy cow!
Well, I healed the 2 extra that I did.
Uh,
Like anything bad?
yeah, I'm gonna use arcane recovery and get a spell slot back.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, hybrid transformation kind of works like
A couple of them.
Okay, it's on a short rest. Didn't realize that.
Yeah, hybrid transformation is a short rest.
I don't know why I thought it was a long rest. All right.
It's great that it's a short rest.
Just did some arcane recovery. Woo! I haven't had to do that as a wizard in a long time. Feels good.
Man, no healer.
Short rests are going to be our best friends.
Yep.
So there's nothing like that while Sumaji and Tero and were down in by the heart, there was nothing that seemed like particularly appealing or caught our eye or noteworthy.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Elevate, everybody on.
So you all head back towards the lift, and it starts to go back up to the top.
Get an ear out, smelling, making sure there's nothing.
No.
Okay.
And eventually return back to the primary first floor of the mine, moving through. You emerge from the mine, and the automated machinery is gradually winding down in tandem with the dimming glow of the veins throughout the mines. And as the machines all now fall silent, the encampment becomes quiet. You see a cluster of small worker houses stands near the tunnel you passed through, like just sitting outside in the main sort of mining, or inside of the main quarry area. And then you see a larger dwelling sits tucked away behind a makeshift canteen.
Alright, let's have a look around.
Tara, why don't you go and take a peek at the big building there?
Okay.
We'll handle the small ones. Wait, how's Tara look?
On a scale of 1 to 23, I'd say about a 17.
Sumaji's gonna rub their hands together. They're gonna be in the glow, and he's gonna do a healing hands on Taro. You heal 5.
Why, thank you.
Welcome. All right.
As you bring this light closer to Tero, the shadows around Tero are weird.
That makes sense. You know what?
Like, yeah, that seems right.
That's very fitting. I can never break the image of Tero constantly walking around with his arms in his little thing,
Holding his sleeves.
and the sleeves just blowing and swaying. It's like whenever we're talking about traveling, I imagine that's always Tero in the wind. They're just kind of billowing in the like this. That's constantly how I think of Tero moving about this world. Oh, to stab, he just puts his hand on his sleeve, bruises it, and then pulls his hand back out.
All right, so Tero, you're going to check out the large dwelling, and then the others are going to go check out the worker houses. What it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Abraham's gonna split the difference there. Just kind of make sure that we're not too split up. Just kind of make sure to back up Tero a bit.
All right, Tero, are you doing this quietly?
Oh, absolutely.
Tero Abraham, stealth check.
Okay. Could have been worse. 11.
Mine is worse. 10.
Okay.
I love it. Are you doing
Rolled
this
a
quietly?
2.
Yeah, tromps through the snow.
All right. The dwelling is a 2-story timber building. The front door is slightly ajar. A hefty stench of iron wafts out from the doorway. All the windows are like fogged over, so you can't really peek inside the windows. Or frosted over, I mean.
Is it a familiar kind of iron?
Yeah.
I think someone died in here. Let's go take a look.
The interior of the dwelling is in complete disarray, as if a violent struggle has torn it apart. Blood stains splatter the walls, floor, and ceiling. A chandelier hangs askew, wrapped in a still-dripping coil of entrails, some of which dangle downwards, causing the chandelier to be lopsided from the weight. On a small dining table rests the severed leg of a man, torn just below the knee. Impaled by a humongous 10-foot-long crude spear made of stone and wood, 10 feet up on the wall, directly across from the entrance where you open the door, is the mutilated body of a man, impaled 10 feet up on the wall. His left leg is missing, below the knee, and his abdomen is viciously slashed open by what appears to be an enormous claws that nearly cut him in half with one swipe. His features are so mangled and crushed inwards in the face that they're nearly unrecognizable, save for a slightly curled mustache and a goatee sticking out of the pulp.
Right.
Though his clothes are not extravagant, they suggest a status above that of a common laborer. Judging by the state of the room and the remnants of more refined belongings, this was likely the foreman's dwelling, and this person was someone of significance. Their leg is on a table, their entrails hanging from a chandelier, their blood splattered everywhere, and then they're impaled 10 feet up on a wall.
Yeah, something made a right mess of this.
I call it art.
I mean,
And
So
the
by
entrails are
angle
still
would be-
dripping, which means
hold on.
slightly fresh.
Let me get the right composition in this. When he's trying to step back, and you see him pull out his paintbrush, and he's just like, oh, huh. Mind if I take that brain? You know, if it's
Not at all.
I did say the face and the head are like crushed inward, so the brain might not be salvageable.
right. He's gonna check it.
Yeah, the brain's kind of pulped a little bit inside the skull.
Scramble.
10 feet up on the wall, just impaled through the torso. Why not both of you give me medicine or investigation checks as you're peeking through this place?
Alright.
Medicine.
Altero, you can have advantage because this is a murder scene.
Oh, lovely. Okay, that's an 18 or 19.
Nice. That's awesome.
Tero, is that medicine?
Yeah.
Okay. This individual was killed less than 8 hours prior, meaning he was killed after the miners abandoned working. The killing blow was his face being caved in by something blunt and heavy. The mutilation of the body by removing the entrails and impaling him on the wall were done post-mortem. So the killing blow was him getting his face caved in.
Mm-hmm.
So that does bring credence to Tero's statement of it being art. It was clearly someone having fun.
Yeah, it's definitely someone staged a murder scene, is what it looks like. Or like posed the murder scene in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Abraham, what'd you get?
22 investigation.
The entrails hanging from the chandelier on a certain angle. Now you're like looking around and kind of doing like the whole like thing. The entrails seem to form a pattern, combined with the design of the chandelier, and if looked at from a certain angle, form a symbol in the shape of a stag's head wreathed in a crown of thorns. The way they're like snaked through the chandelier and stuff. You have no idea what the symbol means.
Tero. Come here. Look at this. And he goes like from here and then just does that over Tero's face. Like, look at that.
Oh, it is art. I meant in more of a metaphorical sense.
Look at that. Wow. What does that mean? Oh, and he starts like getting to work and sketching it up in his
Nothing
sketchbook.
in the building of value was taken. The interior was damaged and thrown apart during a very, very violent scuffle. In some of the blood spatters on the floor are a handful of human teeth and large wood splinters. So likely where he got his face caved in and a bunch of teeth came out.
Yeah. Jesus.
2 sets of large bare footprints are visible in the blood but disappear outside. As if whoever they belonged to were able to wipe their feet off, evident by a small pile of blood-stained furs near the door. The footprints are humanoid, but indicate whoever these belonged to were at least 8 to 9 feet tall, maybe more. And 2 distinct set of footprints, and they wiped their feet off before they left, so footprints couldn't be followed. And then the spear that's impaling the body on the wall cannot be wielded by anyone in the party due to its size.
Whatever done this was massive. Like a big one.
Big boy.
Yeah. Like at least.
Anyone peeking through the corpse?
Through the corpse? I think we can see through the corpse, yes.
Like, he's got like good. He looks like he's of some wealth.
Oh yeah, we should just check to see if there's any indication that this is the form.
Sure. Do you take him off the wall, or do you leave him on the wall?
I think I mean, Tero is so remiss to mess with the artwork, so I think he's going to try and investigate while he's still on the wall.
Sure. You find a coin purse containing 175 gold.
Oh, look, money! Here you go. Toss it back to Abe.
Oh yeah, this should be useful. 100. What is this? 100.
175.
Wow, yeah.
Nobody else knows about it.
Not bad.
A slightly blood-stained satchel of salmon jerky, 3 days worth of rations, and a letter covered in bloodstains.
Abe, can you read this? I'm illiterate. I'm kidding. I can read.
All right.
And
You
he's
had
gonna
me.
just- yeah.
You had me there. You had me.
I'm going to hop down to open up the letter to read.
Okay. Foreman Augie. Our lord, the Rime King, is pleased with your progress in the mine. While the experiments involving the blue blood, in quotations, and the miners have not yielded the results we had hoped for, they are nonetheless a step forward. Extract whatever residue you can from the veins of our king's fallen whelp, and prepare it for delivery. I have arranged for several Dominion operatives disguised as plague bearers to transport the residue. They will use vessels designed to resemble containers for infected remains intended for burning, ensuring discretion. That said, we will soon assume full control of operations involving the blue blood here in Ormerheim, dispatch any of the surviving miners, and burn their remains. Our operatives will arrive there on the 16th of Ziln, which is tomorrow for you all, before dawn to retrieve the samples and reward you for your work. Sincerely, Dagon Imperatus, Chamberlain to the Rime King Thalassirian. And I'll just post that in the group chat for everyone's leisure.
What do you think, Tero? Think we make an ambush for whatever people are coming for this, or get out there before then?
I need time to get dressed up if we're going to have a party.
Yeah. He gives him like a kind of like playful punch on the shoulder, like, oh man. Yeah. All right. We're of a mind on this one.
Yeah, the letter mentions blue blood in quotations, which is probably the sediment or veins. Extract the residue you can from the veins of our king's fallen whelp. The only known offspring the king had was revealed to you when you joined the Vanguard, or when you entered the Vanguard, because you saw the skull of a dragon in there. And Carver said that was the head of the Rime King's only offspring, Sakari, the Twin Storms, who was killed by the founder of the Vanguard, so you can assume that this quarry is the gravesite of said dragon. And yeah.
But they were able to take the skull up north to that other location?
Yeah.
Okay.
And several Dominion operatives disguised as plague bearers are coming to this quarry tomorrow to transport said residue that is not around anymore. Before dawn as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then heading back to Ormerheim, which is where the Rime King's palace resides.
We could lay traps.
I think that's a great idea. I've got something brewing right now. Yeah. Let's get back with the group. I'll divvy this stuff up. Share info. Who knows what they found at the other.
Meanwhile, Sumaji, Samira, Scooch, and the no longer functioning Penny, who I think Scooch would spend time during the short rest fixing them. I don't recall how long it takes to actually repair them. Which I will double check real quick.
All right.
He has to make a new one at the end of long rest, so he can't get. He has to make another penny. It's never going to be the same one, apparently. Okay, didn't know that.
Probably just rebuild.
Yeah, just rebuild.
I would imagine. I probably think that he would gather up any usable supplies.
Yeah.
From the
It's
camp.
gathering abandoned materials, shovels, pickaxes, the metal and stuff, and is using those to work on it later. Yeah. Your group. The worker houses have all been abandoned, with no sign that the workers took anything of value or personal value when they left, when they vanished. Each house is the same in its layout. So you find beds and places where you guys there's beds, there's food, all left behind, but nothing of notable value or whatnot. And I'd say at this time probably Tero and Abraham meet all of you probably perusing through one of the worker houses.
Tero and I have come across some knowledge, some pivotal information.
What you got?
Well, Tero, I'll leave it to you, but this is an accompanying art piece, and he shows the scene with which we
Abraham
had entered
has
from
just
the location.
So Abraham just sketched out the murder scene basically that they stumbled on.
Yeah.
From the angle where you can see the entrails that form the symbol. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sumaji.
This is what we found.
Yeah, remind me again what that symbol is.
None of you recognize it.
Okay.
But it's like a elk or
It's
an
a
antler.
it's a stag. The entrails winding through the chandelier form a stag head with a crown of thorns.
Yeah.
Sumaji, I actually will let you make a nature check, or or a history check with advantage, because it's not 100% a stag head. But to people who may not have witnessed such a creature, a stag head would be the best thing to liken it to.
Yeah, I rolled. He doesn't have any bonuses to it, but he rolled a 17 and an 18, so 18 total.
Yeah. It looks like a Leshen.
From The Witcher?
Yeah. Creature
Nice.
Creature from folklore.
When I Google Leshen, it brings me to Lori Leshen.
Leshy,
spell that?
Leshen.
Oh, okay.
If you want to get like the best approximation of what it might look like, do Leshy Witcher 3.
Oh, there it is. Immediately. Oh.
Or the sorcery.
That's what we could look at.
They're like creatures from like Slavic folklore. But that's what the head resembles slightly.
And it has a. So when you say so, it creates the stag head. So
It
the
creates
horns,
a head like a stag head skull with antlers and then a crown of thorns. The chandelier's like metal form is the crown of thorns.
is meant to be the crown of thorns.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then the entrails make like the shape of the skull in places, and so does the metal of the chandelier itself. Like whoever would have made that symbol out of the intestines would have spent a significant amount of time setting that up.
Yeah, that's pretty fancy. Do these creatures, with my nature check, are these creatures? Would I know the classification?
Monstrosity.
Okay, so they wouldn't ping on my necessarily wouldn't ping on my. Well, do they? What can I sense? I think it's Fae female dead. Yeah, necessarily ping on that, but it's something of note. Are they typically viewed as mythological? Like most people are like, oh, the tale of the.
No one is, from your knowledge, no one has ever actually seen one.
So it's like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So definitely legend. And last thing, would obviously not fully recognize, but no, I'll leave it at that because you already said that we don't recognize the symbol, and I'm okay with that. Outside of who could commandeer that type of symbol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
That would be my last question. Sorry, final one
Yeah.
regarding this. So it may not be a specific depiction
Yeah.
of them, but I imagine people who typically talk about them are people of the woods, like hunters, gatherers,
100%.
the nature-based magics. Okay, and do they usually talk of them, or does it usually feel like there's a vibe of like they're bad omens or neutral omens? Or
Definitely bad omens.
Okay. That's what I have. And for your sake, they are referred to here. They would be referred to as a Leshy, right? So keep that.
Leshen.
Leshen. Okay. Leshen. Okay. Cool. Right.
The stories of them like abducting children and leading people astray, and
That's
some believe they're like protectors of the forest. Some not.
well. That's referred to as most people know it as a Leshen.
A lesson? Certainly looked like he learned a lesson.
Well, I mean, that's part of the stories that are told about them. They usually teach people lessons that do wrong against the woods and bad children, and
They also eat their victims whole.
Well,
they eat their victims whole. So obviously, whoever did that, whatever y'all saw, was not one of them.
right.
Only idolizes them.
But whatever done this was at least 10 feet tall. Big. Big.
Can I? You mind if I come? Can I come look?
I mean, yeah, you can kind of look, but
All right.
yeah. Oh, by the way, before we all split up again, 35 gold.
No, we can all walk.
cheers.
There's nothing here. We can walk back up.
All right.
We'll walk together.
Here. 35, 35, 35.
Nice. Everybody gets 35 gold.
Here would be fucking ecstatic. Learning she hates to be broke.
So you all take Sumaji to the foreman's place.
As we're walking there though, but in this letter, it seems like we're gonna have company tomorrow, so we can either get out here like today, or we spring a trap. You know, make an ambush for whatever's coming.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. Who's did y'all show us that letter?
Yeah.
The text is all in the group chat.
Yeah. Reread fully. I like to not pay a lot of attention to it, so that.
Yeah, it looks like they're sending some plague bearers, some operatives.
Maybe we should be the trap.
What do you mean?
Maybe we should be what's lying in wait for them.
Yeah. I do have some ability to, how do I say it? I can set some things up that might deter them, you know, thin them out a bit before they get to us, if we're looking to do something.
Just here to pick up stuff, so. Dagon.
We could rig the supplies they're coming to get with the alchemist fire and shit we found.
Oh yeah, that's actually the alchemist
Doom.
fire and the other thing. I forgot what it's called. Doom. Yeah, Doom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait. I got a really good one. We could rig it with. We could have one set be Malice, which is he's gonna pull out the pouch. This will initially blind somebody. Reading that right? Yeah, it'll poison them, and through that poison, they lose their vision. So we can potentially set that up to where maybe get it multiples or hit the first one, and as they stumble around, they trigger the explosion, and we get them fully fucked. Oh, and I have a few of these acid vials too. I got 5 of these bad boys. We know we love to activate vials, traps of acid, so I think using them would be good.
I have an idea.
Sure.
So the question becomes, where do we want to ambush them? Out here? Or in there? And I'll point in the mines.
Well, the thing is like,
They're probably going to come to this building.
yeah.
So,
So we don't want to put them on edge before the ambush.
Hear me out. If we could rig the entrance to the mine to collapse behind them, we could trap them inside, and we know where the... Oh wait, the access shaft wasn't big enough to climb through, was it?
No. And it
Oh,
had
damn.
a grate at the top too that would need to be like pried out.
Yeah, well, we have all day, so we could potentially
Yeah,
do that. But if
true.
the shaft itself wasn't big enough
No,
to
it's pretty
squeeze
narrow.
through,
Yeah.
okay, damn. I was gonna say if we had like a back door in, we could trap
The
them
only
in there
one
in
who
the
could
dark.
squeeze.
That's really
The only one who could
clever.
squeeze through it is probably Tero.
Yeah. It was like Tero's just like, we could collapse the mine and then leave them alone with me in the dark, and I could have a great time.
I think maybe if we can. Ooh, that would be.
I think because we don't know what we're dealing
Wait. I have an idea.
could be
I have a
really
really good
vulnerable.
idea.
Yeah.
A thought. So we could potentially, like, I like the idea of the mine collapsing, but we can scare them and push them into the mine. I could go hunting, find me a deer and skin it, take all of his accoutrement, and we could build us a nice little helmet that I could wear, dress myself in some furs that look tattered, and then I just come running out of the foreman's building, wailing and howling. Sam, you doing your magic to make everything a little bit more chaotic and push them, and maybe Tero, maybe you can act like a miner. Come here, and get them to come to you, and then that will be where Abe and
Yeah.
shit, what's your name, Scooch, y'all can be waiting at the entrance, hitting up, and then collapse that shit, and then Tero, you just do what you need to do. We can trap some of the beginnings of the mine so that they get fucked up with like some of the alchemist doom and the acid, and then you just go ham. No baloney.
Now, as much as I would like to see you running around in some get-up like that, we don't know how formidable what's coming is, and whether or not they scare easy.
I mean, if I come out in the building, obviously you see the remains of the foreman hanging viciously.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, what you could do, I mean, I know maybe you don't really want to touch it, but if we could like make it a little bit more apparent once they get up to the building, they see that, and I just burst out of the wall or the door, charging.
I'm gonna let you all in on something I've been working on.
All
I
right.
call it a metaphorical mural. Right, follow?
Mhm.
Tracking?
Okay.
Now what I can do is do a mural anywhere and put a spell in it. I can give it an arcane surge. Now what that means is
Yeah, like, okay, now explain that in player terms. Tease it.
okay. It's similar to this, like the symbol spell. Not quite. It's more like not the symbol spell, but the one that's
Glyph of warding.
glyph of warding. It's similar to that. Doesn't have any of those like powerful like explosive things or anything like that. It just allows like a first level spell to be activated through it.
Oh.
But there's a number of triggers, right? Triggers that would need to be done. But I would need some assistance because I can't set a verbal trigger. Because can't speak. So
Yeah, make
Someone
like one of
like
your
that,
weird talking noises.
no, but it would need to be. So I could paint something and write out like a phrase, like what them gutters, right? and then
Right.
make it so that when someone says gutters, everyone around them goes to sleep.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about, right? So we can set something up or do some telekinesis, throwing them acid, for instance, the cave-in. I'm just saying we got a lot to work with here. That's all.
I think we have the capabilities to make this work. We just got to figure out how we exactly want to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think. So we got to find a reason why they would go into the mines, right?
But we also need to be able to pick them corpses clean once whatever we're doing's done.
That's why I'll have Tero where he's at.
Or we can use the mines against them, right? You know how the mines have that hole in the top? We plug it up.
Yeah, but how are we gonna get Tero out once we?
Well, Terry
Wait,
doesn't need to be
Are
in
you
there.
saying plug it up so that they suffocate?
Yeah.
You know how long it would take to breathe all of the air in there and suffocate? We'd be waiting for months.
Yeah.
We'll start a fire then.
Well, that's an idea. We start a very big fire inside to eat up all of the air, and make it hard to breathe, and fill it with smoke.
Yeah, well, they would catch on because there would be smoke billowing out of the mine.
Yeah. Good luck getting that.
Yeah, but okay. Well, how? Okay, first off, we have to get them into the mine. If we start a big enough fire that the mine, we're cutting through breathable air, right?
Okay,
They're good-
hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. All right. We get a lot of wood, and we just toss it all to the bottom of the tall, long shaft.
Yeah.
A lot of it. Just
Yeah.
all of it we can find.
Uh-huh.
And we put some alchemist's fire down there as well.
Uh-huh.
We lure them into the mines. I toss a lit torch down there and light the whole thing. And then I climb out the exit hole that none of them can follow me through, and then we plug it up.
Okay, what about the
Yeah.
mine entrance? What happens there?
You would also
Yeah, this is-
remember.
we-
you would
we
also
get them in and we
remember
collapse it.
A section of the mines was sealed off because of gases.
Oh, that's right.
Them
That's
gases.
true.
Them gases.
We could actually just dig through there and see if we could uncover the gases.
They didn't inspect the house, did they? They just kind of saw the scene and were enamored by that.
They
weren't
inspected
they?
it. Yeah, they inspected it.
Okay. I wasn't sure if they went through the desk because Sumaji would want to go see.
It's
if
all
there's
just
any
like everything
notes
was like
regarding-
tossed aside. And there's nothing really of import in there right
Right.
now.
Okay, nothing regarding what those gases may or may not be.
No.
I've got a dubious idea.
Mhm.
Right? Alright,
It just said toxic fumes on the sign that they erected before the cave-in.
I've got a dubious idea. I'm gonna need a bit of help, but I think I can get this mural to trigger from the noise of the elevator lift. So whenever they get on it, it blows up the cavern with the gases.
All right. Follow.
Now the trick will be to get them to that part.
Right.
I mean, again, I can just climb in there.
That would work too.
I can just start the lift, and it's an option.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did Scooch build another penny?
He has to do after a long rest.
Oh, it's a long rest.
So it'd be
okay.
like when you guys go to sleep tonight. After the long rest, you'd have another one.
Okay, but they're getting here first thing in the morning. Okay.
Yeah, before dawn. Yeah.
Damn.
So less
Right.
than 20, like just under 24 hours.
Yeah, but
Scooch
either
would
way,
probably be
okay.
building that. Would be working on doing that.
Because I was gonna say Penny would be real helpful right now. Because Penny could go and dig
Yeah.
out the cavern with the poison gases and wouldn't risk dying of poison.
Yeah.
I mean,
Samira doesn't have to breathe, right?
I could send
Samira,
Scribble to
Samira is resistant to poison, and Samira doesn't have to breathe.
Right.
So Samira could literally could do it too without issue.
Yep.
As long as she doesn't breathe, which she doesn't have to do.
She rarely does on her own anyway.
Yeah. Or, like I said, could send Scribble.
You want to send your... I mean, does that thing get affected by poison?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think sending... I think ideally we want to send somebody that won't be...
I could do it. I don't need to breathe.
That's fair.
Do we
I
know
mean,
that?
yeah, that's an option if you feel
Yeah.
safe.
Oh, I don't think that was revealed to the whole party yet. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I was
remember.
gonna say. I'm like, she can just be like, I can do it. I got. Don't worry, I've got magic.
I
to
got
take
my
care of
mask.
it."
My mask will protect me from the poison.
It's valid. All right.
But will it protect you from whatever's coming?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're working on a lot
saying
of unknowns right now.
Yeah. What we do know is that they're sending potentially some formidable guys.
I mean,
It did. The
Let's
letter
think
did say.
about it.
The letter said operatives.
yeah. I mean, they're probably sending the equivalent of what we would be considered for. So maybe it's their first mission too.
It was a letter
Right.
addressed by the Chamberlain of the King, so probably not your run of the day, everyday dudes.
You know,
Like
true.
us.
That's very valid. Yeah, that's the DM making a point.
So most likely these would be people with connections into the higher up.
Can we also ascertain that Blue Blood was referencing the Frost Iron?
Like the sediment and all that stuff. Yeah.
Because that was Frost Iron, right? Like
No.
That's
The dragon, like
Blue Blood's
the
different,
veins
yeah.
from the heart took over what the frost iron was, and now there is nothing left in the there is nothing left in the mines. When the heart was destroyed, the veins had completely taken over the precious
see.
ore, so there is nothing left in the mines of value.
the whole time I was thinking that was the okay.
Yeah. The Frost Iron got corrupted and unusable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just say, since you're all outside talking and moving around and walking towards the dwelling, no, never mind. You're fine. I just had to look at everyone's perception, so never mind.
Love that.
No clerics.
Awesome. Okay. All right, so let's figure out what options we want to do. We got a lot of ideas, a lot of cool, fun things. But
Yeah.
we need to really narrow down what we want to effectively do. First off, do we even want to engage these people?
Right. It's extra credit at this point, right?
Nope. Right here, we're gonna focus, Abraham, because I know you like to get on tangents sometimes, and I love it about you. But we're gonna focus.
No.
Do we
I'm
want to fight
saying-
these people?
We don't know anything about them.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, all we know is that I'm trying to break it down. I'm not trying to get on tangent. Rose
Look,
gold.
no. Okay, this is it. What we got to do is we got to hit our main points, and then once we get to the main points, we'll explain more. Do we want to do this? Yes or no?
Well, I won't do it.
All right, I do too.
We don't need to do it though.
It's not about that. We can. That will be a. Do we want to do it? Yes. No. If someone says no, give us
Yeah.
a reason. We'll. Okay.
Yeah.
So who doesn't want to do it? Raise your hand if you don't want to do it. All right. So I'm taking that all five. It's a unanimous vote that we're all going to fucking do it. Great. Point number 2. Are we trying to deceive to get them into the mines? Like, what's the initial idea? Do we want to try to scare them? Do we want to try to lure them into the mines?
I think it'd be best to lure them into the mines in some way.
Yeah,
So like sneaky.
especially because we still don't know what they're gonna be like or capable of.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna try to lure them in the mines. Okay, point. Okay, now we branch off because we've hit a point, right? Next branch from this point. What happens if they don't all go into the mines? Let's say they do what we do and they decide, okay, a few of you go check it out, and then a couple of us are going to stay behind. What do we do about that? We fight them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we who's going to be inside of the mines to activate all these fun traps? Tero, you're doing that?
Well, that's
Well,
what I'm
if we-
saying. We don't need someone inside.
Also, if we collapse, here's my thinking.
Uh-huh.
If we collapse the entrance while any number of them are inside, we can take our time with them because they're not getting out.
Yeah.
All right.
So then we can focus everyone on whoever's left outside, hunt them for sport, and
Right.
then we can go and play with our food in the mines
Yeah.
with whatever
And
we
I say-
want to do.
I say we figure that out when it happens.
I'm just.
Nope, we got
all I
this,
wanted to do
guys.
is present the opportunity or
Yeah.
the notion that will be a possibility because we just saw it. When you
Yeah.
go look at things, not every group's going to travel in one big pack. Okay, what's the intention? How are we going to lure them into the mines? Like, how are we going to get them in there? Obviously, any kind of gestures around the place is dead.
The letter does say
So-
that they did ask the foreman to kill any surviving miners and burn the remains.
So
Yeah.
we tell them what?
So you get a sense if you were disguised as a miner, it would probably
Not be a good
Wouldn't
thing.
work.
raise some sort of alarm.
We don't know what the foreman looks like because his face was bashed in.
All you made up was like a curled mustache through the pulp.
Yeah.
Does anybody have the ability to like shift their? Is that something I'm thinking? Like imagining?
That's not me. No.
I don't know if Samira can actually do that.
I wouldn't be doing what I was doing if I could.
How we brought that up? Oh, that was just so that Samir could wear the clothes, not that I can't.
Yeah.
Samir could do. Okay. So maybe we have to think about as we're setting this stuff up with the mines. We have to think about how we're gonna effectively lure them into the mines.
Well, I mean,
Aren't they going in there anyway?
yeah. I mean, they're looking for something. We just give it to them, but have it be in the mines.
I mean, I think what they're looking for is already in the mines. If
Yeah.
we just don't, I think what they're looking
that-
for is what's being taken from the mines. If it's
Yeah.
not out here, they're going to have to look in the mines to find it.
That dust you was gusting, right? Isn't that what they're looking for?
To be honest, I didn't even realize this. I probably should have fully reread the letter. So talking about
They
finding
are
the
they're
remains.
they're coming to retrieve the samples and then reward the foreman.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, we could just get a bunch of that dust, put it just inside the mine to where they can see it. They go in to get it.
The dust does not glow anymore because
Yeah,
when
it's
the
not
heart was
glowing.
destroyed, it's no longer of what it was.
Does anybody have any magic to make like
Oh yeah, I can do that. Let me
you
see.
can make stuff glow?
Let's try this.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he'll
I
take
could
out
technically
his,
make it glow, but it won't be blue.
He'll take out his paintbrush
Yep.
and just do like a. What were you saying? That you could do something, but it
fuck.
wouldn't be blue.
Oh wait, I lied. The light spell could be
Any color.
The light can be colored.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was like light. Oh wait, no, I can do that, and he'll cast light on his hand, on his glove, and he'll make it match that blue glow.
Okay.
That's nice. You see that over there? And you guys will look over and see like a pile of the blue dust stuff that you had gotten.
Alright. Oh, okay.
Did you see that earlier? That pile? No?
You just do that?
Oh, what do you think?
I don't
What
know.
does it look like to you?
Make a perception check or whatever it is, investigation, to discern the illusion.
This fake as shit. 17.
Yeah.
You can
That's
you
fake
can
as
make
shit.
it out, it's kinda, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
You can make it out that it's you start to see, you look closer and you can actually see what looks like brush strokes.
That's
And
cool,
the
okay.
significant lack of psychic connection with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That's probably
Which
what I'm
also,
telling
like, the first hint is, oh, I don't feel any connection to it whatsoever.
Okay. So I like that idea. But okay. So firstly, do we think they're going to come looking for the foreman? Like, wouldn't you go talk to the foreman?
The letter does say that the people are coming to get stuff from the foreman and then reward him. So you
Right.
get in a sense they are going to the foreman probably straight away.
Yeah.
Two things what we can do. Ideas. First thing, the fire was actually a really good idea, and I think if we do it, maybe I think we need to do a fire
Yes.
honestly out here and take up some of those bodies.
Yeah.
Listen out. Do the bodies up here, start the fire so it looks like that. We're gonna have
Oh.
Tero, could you are you wearing anything underneath that?
Not really.
Okay. I was gonna tell you to ask you if you could lift it up a bit, but yeah, leave that proper. Can you? And he's gonna stand there and he's gonna look at the foreman that's hanging there, and
Yeah.
he's gonna look at Tero. Or it's the size comparison. What would be? Who would be closer in size? Would it be
Can you
me
tell if the
or?
foreman has?
Human ears.
Okay.
Tero's probably closer to the foreman's build.
Right. Tero, this is an idea, and I know you may hate it, but we can get you a cloak with the hood on it. We can put you in the lower garments of the foreman. He probably has some spare clothes. We can put you in those. You can stand at the fire, and as they come, you can gesture to follow, turn and walk into the mines, where there will be a pile, your magic pile, and then some even glowing stuff that I'll make. And you walk into it, get some of them to come close enough to you. We drop it, and then you do what you skedaddle out toward that exit. Well, we need a visual of where the foremen would be, because if they go to the house and they see that fucking or this show right here,
Yeah.
they're going to be on high alert immediately.
I prefer not to do any cleanup. I mean, we could spend the rest of our day here.
Hell no, I ain't cleaning up
Cleaning
this
it
shit.
Yeah. I won't clean.
No. So to get them into the mine more effectively, the foreman has to do a couple things. He needs to be prepared to kill the miners, which means everybody's going to die tonight. So whatever that may be. So the expectation that the police are going to be dead as hell already is there. We build our little fire so we can start that. Did they say when they're going to get in?
Before dawn tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to be here pretty early, right?
Yeah.
We start our fire so that they can see that nice orange glow coming from here, And it's going to be dark, so they may not recognize Tero, but they'll be able to see that they have some of the, very least the foreman's clothes and attire, though hooded, because it's cold. Ooh, chilly. You still wear a hood. And they'll see that nice blue glow coming from the interior of that mine. And the foreman just walks as if he's just, oh, follow me, Maybe they don't even know what the fucking foreman looks like.
Who knows?
Oh shit, you can play the foreman even if you fuck up, even if they're like, you're not who you say you are, you run into the mines, they're going to chase you.
Yeah.
'Cause you know where to go.
That's true.
And
We
by that
do
time,
need to uncover the grate, though. That's a good first step.
oh,
so I can
we will
get
do
out.
that. Let's go ahead and do that while we continue talking. And
Yeah.
So
can we head that way?
you head back into the easiest way to do it would be head back into the mines.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you'd have to climb to the very, very top of the quarry and then find where the exit is, and then
Yeah.
Well, no, we would have to.
yeah,
Oh, is the grate on the inside or is the grate at the very top?
on the inside, it's a ladder that
Oh,
goes. It's a
okay.
ladder that goes up to it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was at the very, very top.
No, the ladder goes up to the grate for maintenance.
Gotcha,
Oh,
gotcha. Okay,
I see.
okay.
I see.
And then there's and then climbing up and out it's just sheer wall. So, but Tero is like small enough he could like kind of like wedge himself in and just pull himself up, like Mission
we could also
style.
Yeah, if he took his time doing that, we could get to the very top and tie off a rope for him.
You also could probably just do your little teleport thing too.
Is it 30 feet or?
Well, only one way to find. Never
Yeah,
mind.
You can teleport in and then catch it, and then teleport up and catch it.
Yeah.
Teleport up. I don't know how many times you can do that.
You could do it, yeah.
Okay, so you head back into the mine and you head towards where the grate is. The ladder goes up to it, and then there's like the shaft's pretty narrow. Only Tero could realistically fit through it, and then it's like a wooden grate that's like embedded into the stone and like really like a slatted grate.
Here, see how we're gonna time you. See how fast it takes you to get from ladder to the grate from here.
Directly
The ladder.
at
Doesn't the ladder
directly
go
at
up
the
to the
directly
grate?
at the top of the ladder.
0 seconds.
It's a 10-foot tall ladder, so yeah, just
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm trying to understand fully. Ladder goes up to grate. Grate is there. There's like a I don't wanna say
completely
blowhole, but there's
completely vertical shaft that is
Shaft.
for the air to come in.
so
and it's
okay,
about
the
it's
test will
pretty
be
narrow.
to see how quickly Tero can get from where the grate would be, the grate start to the top of the shaft.
Yeah.
And Tero's the best one for it because small, and then also Rogue can like dash, double dash,
Yeah.
and all that.
And
Okay,
the
cool.
shaft is about like 40 feet tall.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Even at half movement, because climbing technically.
But it is
squeezing.
completely sheer on the inside, but it's narrow enough that you'd get partially wedged inside.
What kind of shoes does Tero have?
Like, very soft ones. Like fabric.
We might want to look into like getting you some like boots with cleats. We might be able to. make
Well,
that for you.
I'm imagining they're like so soft that he could that his toes can kind of still grip through
Yeah.
the soles.
Oh, I
Those
hate that, but I
grippers
love it. His little toenails are. Don't worry, I got this. It's fucking vile, and I love it. All right, I think, but also I think it's a good idea. At the very top, is you get a python and put a python in there, so that you can have something to like help you climb a little bit faster as well.
Well, that's why
Python with a rope.
could be. I mean, if Tero can take his time and climb all the way up the shaft to
Yeah.
the top, he just tie a rope off up there and dangle
Yeah.
it down so he can just
Guys.
climb up it. Yeah.
We got time. Tero can just, try it out.
I'm worried about Tero getting into I want Tero in the fight whenever we're engaged on whoever's left outside of possibly
Yeah.
anybody. So I want
Tero.
Tero up in the action.
Yeah, Tero, let's check this out.
Let's get the grate off first.
Yeah. Do
Okay.
that.
So who's all trying to pull the grate out? Because it'll be a strength check to try to rip that sucker out of the stone.
Not me.
All right. The shoulders pop out, and you see the form extend as the dragon scales come across and go very tentatively. It's kind of awkward because he's a massive boy.
Yeah.
He's not even grabbing rungs; he's grabbing the sides of the ladder like this, because probably that would be really awkward to do. So he's gonna go just grab the rungs, and then he's gonna take. How far is the grate from the ground? You only said like 10 feet. Oh yeah, he's gonna grab the grate with his claws, and he's gonna fully pull himself, and he's gonna use his
Full
feet
weight.
up against the ceiling, and he's just going to like dead weight drop, but use as much as his
Okay.
strength as he
Give
can.
me an athletics check.
Okay. Fun uses of your hybrid form that you have full control over. Okay. You said athletics.
Yeah.
So I get advantage now. Please don't be a bitch. Yeah, there you go. 24.
24. First heave, it comes right out. You hit the ground. 2 damage.
Impressive.
Reduce that to 1.
Yeah.
Impressive.
He does it. He hits the ground, and it's just like there's a small impact of dust and stuff. And just kind of stands up. All right. He tosses it to the grate. All right, Tero, let's see how fast you can do this.
All right.
So you climb up the ladder and you start getting yourself into the shaft.
Mhm.
It's pretty. It's a tight squeeze even for you, but because it's so narrow and because of your shape and size, you're not at risk of falling. So you can just pull yourself up with a climb speed, shimmying all the way up, reverse Santa
Wiggle and
Claus.
shimmy. Yeah. Yep.
I think this plan is coming together. Abraham says, and looking up with Sumaji up that hole as Tero's going. It's all coming together.
Eventually, after some shimmying, you get about 40 feet up, and your head pokes out of the opening.
Found it!
So if somebody was like walking around, they would just see like all these rocks and then a head just sticking up out of them.
Zing.
Do those rocks look like they are big enough to roll over the hole?
No, it's all part of like the quarry itself. Like they're not like
Oh, okay.
movable.
Okay.
But yeah, Tero, you're at the top.
Well, that worked.
Right. Now we just gotta get our triggers down.
Now, here's another question. Can we collapse the mine entrance?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
You set up a rope at the.
Oh, yeah. He'll tie off a rope on like something like an
Yeah.
outcropping or something
Sure.
sturdy, and then just run it down.
And then shimmy back down. Okay.
Whee!
All right, you guys do that and then head back to the entrance. The entrance is very fortified with like the wooden boards on the walls and the ceiling to prevent collapses.
Now what do you think is the ones holding this thing up? I guess I'll start like knocking on them to see if like
You get a sense probably all
um,
of them are
yeah.
meant to be supports, so the whole thing doesn't come crashing down.
yeah, but if we pull one plank out as
Investigation check.
okay. $16.
You think it might be the one probably in the center, the biggest one?
Yeah, this one looks like it's most load bearing. Probably safest to just focus all efforts on that.
And then probably a couple of the wall supports too.
But to be safe, probably these guys as well.
We could like wire up a trip wire connected to some of the alchemist fire. Like we got two vials. We got the doom and then we got the alchemist fire. We could set up like a trip wire with one of them and then boom.
Yeah, trip wire.
But it would have to be someone who's good at setting up traps doing it. Otherwise, we might set it off ourselves.
Don't know me. I'm pretty good at traps.
Well, I could set it up so that the arcane alchemist fire gets telepathically flung.
Wait, why don't I just set it off?
Right.
I'll be in here.
Yeah.
There we go. Done and dusted.
Dusted.
Simple. Now, last thing then. Gas.
Yeah.
How do we want to set that off?
Well, we don't know if it's explosive or not. It just said toxic on the sign.
Right, but right now it's currently covered. Do we want to unleash the gas now, or do we want to do it in the moment?
Well, it depends. We still don't know what the gas is 100%.
Right.
So we could unleash it and then just find out that whoever put the sign up was hiding something, and then it's like, oh no, it's not actual gas back there.
I mean, that's also good to know, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. I scribble. He opens up his hand and scribble just like unfolds with his fingers as he does that.
Mm-hmm.
Could you go down there and dig out that area?
It was a lot of heavy rocks, so we would have to shift rocks.
Yeah.
You probably won't be able to.
Look,
Oh.
Because it's
Let me
strength.
go down.
Because the strength, yeah.
Oh,
let
okay.
me go down. I'll at least see, and if I catch, I'll have a higher sense of smell, and if I smell anything untoward, immediately I'll get.
I'll come with you,
Who was that?
Samira.
Got it. All right. Can you talk, DM? Can you talk like Scooch for me just real quick?
Yeah, my buddy Jeff.
All right. Okay. I just I need to hear in my brain
My
what
my
the two
buddy
voices-
Jeff.
There we go. All right. Yeah. So
3
Yes,
members
we
of the
will go
party
down.
have the same accent.
we do. That we do. They're very different if you think about it. Sometimes
Sure.
you just can't hear.
No.
Nope. All right. So Sumaji's going to, with Samira, going to go.
Okay, so you the lift down to the second floor where the sealed off passage was.
Yep.
And yeah, just a bunch of rocks that have collapsed the tunnel. Large, sizable rocks. And then there was the crisscross pattern of chains that are embedded in the stone to prevent people from actually getting to the rocks itself.
Let's go. Start digging up.
So you'd have to. So the chains block the passage, right? So you have to get through the crisscross pattern of chains to get to the collapsed bit. So you effectively have to like rip chains out of the stone.
Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna use some acid vials. This is why we got him.
Hell yeah!
He'll take one of the acid vials and he'll gingerly go to. He'll go to like weak points, so like stuff that attached
Sure.
to the walls. So it's not like it's just eating through maybe like the whatever the links against that are keeping it on the wall to just kind
Okay.
of make them.
How many acid vials do you have?
Have 5.
I say it's going to cost you 3 acid vials to do that.
See, and y'all were judging me for running through that trap and taking them, catching them. All right, I'll take time to do that.
Yep. So you dissolve you can like dissolve some of the chains, like anchor points, and then pull them down. So now it's able to get past towards the rocks. You and Samira can do that.
Cool. We'll start I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a slow, steady process.
All right.
For Sumaji.
Samira's
Not gonna be
helping
rushed.
because she's got 14 strength. Okay. So give me an athletics check with advantage because Samira's helping. Because one wrong shift could cause this to go a little awry.
Oh, I should be talking in my deeper voice because I am still. 15.
15. Okay, you shift some of the rocks. You can see one of the larger rocks kind of shifts a little bit and like almost lands on your head, but it kind of stops and gets wedged. And as you move some of the rocks, a very pungent odor begins to hit your nostrils, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright. Alright, Constitution saving throw. 16.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm gonna do it like a slow gas leak. I'll just what we have right here. We'll leave it alone.
Okay.
Alright, we want toxic. We want fumes in here. Yep. Okay. Who won't do any more, and he's just gonna grab some here and alright, let's go.
There is a light that is on the other side, though, like from the torches from the other side.
And
There's like you just see
Using
light.
the-
You just see light coming through, which means the gas is not flammable because there is lit torches on the other
torches
side. Yeah.
in there. It's not flammable. It's just toxic.
Yeah. Just noxious. It just smells like really strong.
Does it smell? Yeah. Does it? I'm gonna take another whiff if I have to fill.
This is going to be. You're like deeply inhaling the gas.
I'm taking a whiff to see what could potentially this be.
Constitution save disadvantage.
Okay. I don't know. 13.
Okay. And now make me. Actually, yeah, you don't know what this gas is, so you inhale it.
Look.
You just kind of stand there for a moment. And yeah, you just stand there for a couple of seconds, kind of just blank. And you hear just like a weird skittering noise on the ceiling, and you look up, there's nothing there.
Oh. Did you hear that?
No?
You don't breathe this shit in. Let's walk away. He's gonna walk away. He's gonna leave or attempt to leave.
Yeah, you turn and walk away, and now I'll let you make investigation, nature, medicine, or perception.
Investigation, medicine, and perception.
Yeah.
Fuck it. 3 or 6.
The gas is really strong, doesn't appear flammable, and it made you see weird. It made you sense things.
Make you sense things. Alright. Yeah. Alright, gonna take some air. Alright, let's go back. We'll just leave it like it is. I don't think it's that dangerous, to be honest. But
All right.
I don't know.
So the gunk, and Sumaji and Samira return back to the first floor with the rest of you.
All right, we opened a little bit of the passage. It has a weird smell to it. Made me a little forgetful. It's not toxic, but it is, or it's not flammable, but it is toxic. So there's that.
What? It's open now? Like right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's not affecting us.
Yeah, I mean it's not that fast moving. I would
It's a
imagine.
bit.
Gotta disperse a little bit, maybe.
That's a bit slow. It's not flashy at all.
Well, that's why we're letting it stay open overnight, and I think by tomorrow morning, I think we're gonna have some kind of stench, maybe.
It also that entrance is also like 60 feet down, so it's going to take some time
it's
for it
gonna
to
take some
reach
time.
up here. And also, actually, I don't know if gas rises.
Depends on if it's heavier or lighter than air.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess we'll find out then.
Either it's gonna be like a fog machine, like that type of like settling, or smoke. Alright, well, seems like we've got our plans in motion. I don't have to do any work, which is fine by me.
Well, I'm probably going to spend the rest of the day making fixing penny. And I go from there.
what were y'all saying for the cave-in? That was old Marzipan here throwing what? 3 vials of something, of alchemist fire at these pillars. Can we do that fast?
Why don't we just wait? Because I'm thinking like a traditional mine setup where it's like the wooden like beams.
Yeah, that's
like
what it is. Yeah.
So if there's a cross beam that runs across the ceiling,
Yeah.
could we just like attach the alchemist fire like up against the beam on the inside?
Yeah.
So you can't see it until you're past it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if we did that, and like even if we set up something with like a bit of string to like basically if we did the tripwire setup, but just like instead of a tripwire, if it was just like a bit of string that Tero could just pick up and go doink, like just draw it out so it's farther in.
Yeah, Tero, that sounds like it could work. I'm down. Yeah, if we're confident that would do what needs to be done, then I think this plan is done. You know? Now it's just execution.
And you also get a sense they're probably, if they're not paranoid when they get here, or they don't expect a trap, or they're not thrown off by anything, they're probably not going to be looking for traps anywhere they go. Unless things start to look a little weird.
Before that gas fills up too much, we should probably go down and collect some of the bodies to burn out front.
Oh shit, you're right. Alright.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Come on, boy.
And before we leave, so I don't forget as a player, but Sumaji is going to give Tero the dose of malice.
Okay.
Tero, so it's inhaled, so you need to get it up in their face. It's just in case they are able to maybe pin you down or something. If they get a little too close and you're not able to get away fast, this is should help you a bit. So you can add malice inhaled.
And it's the old edition one, not the poopy new edition. So you take the lift back down all the way to the bottom. Gunk, 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 gunk. As you get to the second floor, all of you can smell the gas now. Constitution saves for everybody, please.
Could be worse. 13.
18.
8 for
16.
Scooch. So you all descend, and Scooch is just standing there, eyes wide, motionless, not saying anything.
Alright, so how bad is this gas? I mean, you saw it firsthand.
Scooch aims his crossbow and shoots at something nobody can see down the tunnel, and the bolt just goes.
What?
Right. All right. This is okay. Scooch, maybe you head out. Let's fly on. Go on. Get out. It's fine. We got this.
Right, you can fly.
Ha! Ah, there's someone over there.
Oh shit, Scooch, you can do like wind shit, can't you? Can you just go to the tunnel entrance there where the gas is leaking and just redirect it back that way while we do this?
Oh, with gust.
I know Samira can do it too, can't she?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember what her spells are.
Scooch doesn't look like he's in the right mind right now. He got an 8 on his con
shit.
save.
Yeah.
I got a what?
8.
Oh.
So he shot his crossbow down a tunnel where the gas is
Right.
coming from, and is in the process of reloading as the thing continues to go
Right.
lower.
Samira, could you redirect the gas for a bit while we collect the bodies?
Yeah, I suppose. I do only have 9 hit points, so if I get killed by something, I'm gonna blame y'all, and then she gets off on that floor. But again,
That's right, Samira.
only Sumaji knows she doesn't need to breathe, so she's gonna put her mask on. to keep the facade. And just keep using Gust.
Yeah. Scooch knows, but I don't think it. I'm
And-
pretty sure Tero knows, but he's just like, what?
Yep. And we're not going to do anything with it until everyone's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's just going to be standing there, trying to blow the gas back in for the time being.
All right.
Like, going down.
Get to the bottom. You can get back to where the bodies are.
Drag all of them there.
Do we need to try and get some of them out of the walls? Just to have enough bodies?
I think what we got here is plenty because they're expecting the experiments didn't go well, so they want to get rid of the bodies. So we won't worry about the walls.
Well,
I don't think they're.
I don't think they know about the
says
changed
it.
ones.
The
While
letter said they know
experiments
that they know
involve
about the
blue blood,
experiments with the blue blood and
the miners
and
are
the
not
miners.
regular results we had hoped for. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
They are nonetheless a step forward, so that means that they have some.
So you do get a sense they are aware of what the miners turned into.
Oh, okay.
Right, we'll just worry about the most distinguishable.
Yeah, they
ones.
probably don't give two shits about the ones that stuck in the wall still.
Cool.
All right. Yep. Gonna try to hold their breath as long as possible as they are doing all this and getting as many bodies as they can onto the lift, and then.
Okay. As it's coming back up, Samira is going to step back onto the lift and then back up to the top floor. I'll say all of this has been probably like 2-3 hours just to do all of this current setup stuff. I'll assume during this process is also when Tero sets the Alchemist Fire or the Alchemist Doom into the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So about 3
let me get
hours
rid of mine.
doing all this. So the sun begins to rise at noon. So the sun is rising now. So before dawn could be any time before noon.
Oh yeah.
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 Okay, that's the question. Do they consider dawn to be like normal hours, or
Yo,
does it
who
dawn,
knows?
like really?
Who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
Before dawn.
Yeah.
Before the sun rises, essentially, it's.
But they're supposed to show up tomorrow.
Tomorrow before
Right.
dawn.
Yeah.
But the mine is sufficiently trapped as been planned. Oh yeah, because when you set a trap, the DC is based on the check made to make said trap, and there is a risk the trap can be set off when setting it up. So who is actually setting the trap up? It generally uses thieves' tools to set up traps.
Oh, well then I suppose that'd be me.
Okay. So the DC for this is basically whatever you roll is going to be what the DC is to spot said trap and to disarm said trap.
Do you think Scooch might assist with it?
Uh,
Yeah, I don't think we'd want Scooch with us. trying to get the
Scooch
mine
currently
to
isn't in the right
go
mind
through.
still. He's still like all
Oh,
like
okay,
crazed
okay,
from the
okay,
gas,
okay,
so
alright, cool.
he's not really coherent.
Man, I wish he was here. I'd love to hear his role play during that.
He would be talking to Jeff.
Yeah.
See it, but
Jeff,
Jeff, I'll
Jeff, what are you doing? Get over here. Stop putting your thing in places, Jeff. Get over here, Jeff. So yeah, Tero, sleight of hand check or thieves' tools. So whatever with D20 proficiency bonus
Yeah.
or
I'm gonna roll
expertise if you have expertise in
I-
what you're doing.
I don't. But I'll just be rolling acrobatics because it's the same bonus.
Sure.
And I forget. No one's aiding, right?
I'd like to, but I don't know.
It has to be someone. It has to be,
doing
it
the
has to be
bodies,
somebody
yeah.
proficient in thieves' tools to do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You can't help
Only
on a
speak
skill you don't
proficient in
have. You
alchemy
can't help with a
class.
skill you don't have proficiency on.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't know if this one could just be like holding stuff and like studying and things like that.
You hold this.
I do have sleight of hand, but
Yeah. All right. All right. 9.
So the DC to spot said trap will be 9
Awesome.
if they are
okay,
looking
we're
for
not worried about
if
that.
they're looking for traps.
Right.
But it is set up on a string pull system for Tero, right? The Tero just pulls on
Mm-hmm.
it. Yeah. So
Yep.
So ideally, it's like attached. So if I'm thinking, Leo, like what it runs along the like edges of the ceiling and stuff, Sam, and then you just run past, and so it's not like on the ground. It's on the. It would be more.
Well, I mean, it's like a dusty mine floor, so if
Yeah.
we did
Right,
the string,
okay.
you're not gonna be able to see it.
That's
And
true,
so
that's true.
what I'm thinking of is that it's a pretty long piece of string, so that it goes a good ways in. So
Actually, you know
Tero
what?
can.
Because of how dusty it is, you can roll again, advantage,
Oh, okay.
because it would be a little difficult to spot.
Oh my god! I rolled another 3.
Okay, cool. So it's 9.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm picturing. Anyway, like I was saying, is I'm picturing just like a long piece of string that goes a little ways into the mine, so they have room to like follow Tero in, and then he can pick it up and pull.
Luckily, spotting
and
for traps
blows
doesn't use
behind.
passive scores. You have to actively look for them.
Yep.
So they have to be, yeah.
You have to tip them off in some way, hopefully.
Sumaji will. I will say this: as that prep has all been done, getting the bodies and gathering up. Sumaji's going to want to gather up like food, and is going to prepare. Where is it? Class feature. Is it a class feature? No.
Actually, this does sound like a lot of setup. I'm going to say the setup is probably going to take all day. Just to make sure everything is
Oh, it's my background.
squeaky clean.
Abraham.
Sumaji is going to gather up any food that the foreman had. It is going to pretty much while the end of the day stuff.
Yeah.
Sumaji will go ahead and do makeshift meals.
Sure.
So I'll take some food, some rations, things like that, and I can prepare a meal for a number of creatures equal to my proficiency bonus, which is 2. But he's going to make sure that Samira eats some of this, because she doesn't necessarily need to fucking eat, so it doesn't even work.
No, she can eat. She just doesn't have to.
That's okay, but does food affect her body in any
Yeah.
way?
It just says you don't need
Okay.
to eat, drink, or breathe.
So it's going to mostly be these benefits are going to be for them too, but Scooch and Samira, if they eat the food, they can regain 3 hit points by eating my meal,
Okay.
a makeshift meal.
Okay.
That's just to give them a little boost, just in case.
So to speed things along, then, is anybody? What's the rest of the day here and setting up the camp for this ambush look like for everyone? Kind of deal.
We need to get the foreman's outfit, as much of it as we can salvage, put together a nice disguise for Marzipan.
I can do that. I'm proficient in disguise kits.
I'll be Samira.
Yes!
You do that. You work on that.
Yeah, right on. Alright,
So
do that.
again,
I really want to
just
dress up as a Lish.
montage stuff basically.
Yep.
She's gonna go into the thing, and who's dressing up as the foreman? Was that gonna be Tero to like lure them into the mines? Okay. Tero, you come with me so I can kind of fit this to your person, kind of deal.
All right.
Gonna start taking measurements. Copy a humanoid's appearance. Create disguise. Yeah, it's create disguise.
And
Each disguise weighs 1 pound.
now, I suppose we burn some of these bodies. Do you
We'll start
think...
that. We'll start that.
Oh, shit.
Tomorrow.
The DC to copy a humanoid's appearance, DC 20. Samira rolled a disguise kit. I'd probably say that's deception. Plus 6, 22.
Woo! Oh, very nice.
So she functionally repairs all the damage to the foreman's outfit. Now, Tero, do you want to wear a wig of his hair?
I thought you'd never ask.
All right, and she takes like a little tiny like blade out and doesn't scalp the foreman, but actually, yeah,
Yeah.
kind
It's like, I don't know what else I would call this, but
kind of scalps him a little bit and forms it into a wig and hands it to Tero. You have a scalp wig.
nice. Yeah, he'll like lay it out in the sun for a bit to dry, so
Yeah.
the blood it's not bloody and sticky.
And then she's also going to take the foreman's body and add it to the burn pile.
So
underneath all the others.
with this burn pile, they wanted these bodies to be burned. So doesn't that tell us that we might want to save one as proof? I mean, if they won't get rid of them, that means we don't want to get rid of them.
Oh, no, I have, that's why I took the blood and the counts. I plan on doing my journal later. Everything that I found.
Well,
I mean,
I'm
he's gonna
take
hold
it.
up the specimen jar of the bile. Like, this right here proves that
Yeah.
there was mutations, humanoid mutations that created this shit.
All right. I got an extra head bag. I'll take one of them heads just in case.
Maybe go get the ones. Oh no, I did it to the temple.
Yeah, you damaged all the brains of the ones in the wall.
Good. Sorry.
Yeah.
Next time. I need to remember that you eat brains. That still kind of throws me off a little bit. Okay, this next group of people that we fight outside, preserve the head.
Yes, please.
When was the last time
Maybe
Abraham?
have
When was the last time Abraham ate a brain?
A day ago.
Oh yeah, because we teleported here.
Yeah. So, yeah, I might not get my spell slots
let me
back
look up something.
tonight.
Da 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 da. Meh. I'll worry about it later. I don't care.
Alright. Alright. Well. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna take one of these guys' heads. You know? Not gonna eat, but it's proof of what we've seen. Of what's happening.
Okay. So Tero, you have the foreman's disguise. You can carry only one such disguise on you at a time without drawing undue attention unless you have a bag of holding. Each disguise weighs 1 pound.
Right?
1 minute to don it.
Okay.
30 minutes for any extensive changes to it that may need to be done.
Yeah. I mean, he might sleep in this disguise
Fair?
just to be safe.
Tero,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a mural inside the mine. Mine is the word I was looking for. We're gonna do a mural inside the mine. I need you to say the word that you want to say when you want. I'll say this. I'm gonna set this up so that all you have to do is point and say a word, and it will fling alchemist fire at the location you're pointing at.
All right.
All right. What word do you want to be?
Playtime.
That's a good word. All right. Let's begin. He's just gonna, on the side of one of the walls in the mine, he's just going to have like a how do I say it? It's gonna be kind of like a bloodied hand that looks like it's kind of playing with the blood. So it's like kind of like in like a pose of like moving the blood around.
Okay.
You're just gonna put that in some obscure location.
Okay.
And then, alright, I'm putting some finishing touches on this. Tero, say them words. Right. Nah.
Playtime.
And
Don't say that again, unless you want stuff to happen.
And what spell are you putting into it?
Telekinetic missile.
Okay.
And he'll place the alchemist fire like nearby
So there's the one in the ceiling that Tero set up, and then the one
that
nearby.
he has just in case.
Okay. 'Cause
Backup.
Scooch has alchemist fire as well, so
Cool. You've
Yeah.
got a couple backups then. But that's the one that I have, and I'm gonna get rid of that now.
Okay.
It's now in the world.
All right. Any last minute setup stuff? Where are y'all spending the night? Worker's house or the dwelling of for the for the foreman?
We're gonna do the worker's house.
Tero, where are you spending the night?
The foreman's house.
Of course.
Obviously, he has to get
I'm the
character.
foreman.
So the body's gone, but
I
all
am
the
the
carnage
boss.
is still in there. Okay. Alrighty. So, you all find your places to rest for the evening. And you all gain the benefits of a long rest. And when you wake, that's when we'll come back from break.
Okay.
So break time.
Great time.
So, long rest. Everybody gets one. Tero, you wake up in the foreman's abode. Just to the site of carnage. The entrails still dripping from the chandelier. Everybody else wakes up in the workers' houses.
Did we find a key on him to this house?
Oh, probably, yeah, actually.
Okay. So when Tero gets up, he can just lock the door
Yeah.
so that they don't go into his house.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you all wake up. And through the windows, coming down the road that leads into the quarry, you can see flickering torches.
Make work. We need a.
They'll be here probably in about 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
We can light the bodies, light the fire.
Yeah.
Well, you could. No, because, well, okay. Tero is going to set up a mental link with. I'm going to go with Abe and Sumaji,
Okay. Whoa!
Who'd have thought?
Wow.
and it's gonna last for 3 hours.
Okay.
You pick Samira and Scooch.
And he's gonna say, "Oh, I think they're coming. You might want to stay hidden. If they see you, that could ruin everything."
That it would. I just wanted to, get on the same page as everyone. We want to do this non-lethal, right? Sounds strange. If you can't, save the brain,
But
because we might want to interrogate any survivors.
we can bring one back with us to our friends. That would be nice to have a direct operative of the Dominion in the hands of
Yeah.
that approve our support. All right. Is this DM? Is it still dark out? Like, is it real dark out?
Oh, yeah. Daylight
Okay.
doesn't come till noon, so.
We still have some preemptive prep work that we have to do.
Yeah. And they're about
Like
10
Sumaji
they're-
needs to run out.
Yeah, they're about 10
and
minutes away.
Yeah, Sumaji's going to go, and the setup that they have for the residue, the blue
Mhm.
blood stuff, he's going to go into the cave, avoiding Tero's
Yeah.
trap.
Easy to spot because
yeah.
you know it's there.
I know it's there, and is going to cast light on the interior of the bags. Imagine we we prepped up with bags or barrels or something so that you can see the blue glow.
Yeah.
Easy enough within the interior of the cave, and then does anybody have a way of lighting a fire? Because we want to do the pyre for the bodies. I think Samira has a means, if I'm not mistaken.
She does not. She could do Dragon's Breath, but that's a 2nd level spell.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Scooch.
Yeah, does Scooch have? Oh, yeah.
What
I have a
tools?
tinderbox.
A tinderbox would do it, yeah.
Yeah. I'll get my torch and I'll do the tinderbox really quick using the cover of night and just jab it into the setup that we have, the pyre, and let it catch and then rush back into one of the buildings, the closest one.
Okay, one of the worker houses.
Yeah,
probably the one where Scooch, Samira, Abraham are too.
Yep.
Because Tero's the only one that's not there. Tero's in the dwelling, the foreman's house.
Mental link. All right, Marchpan. The blue blood has been lit, and the pyre is fire. So it'll be all you, just whenever you're ready.
Yeah, Tero's gonna stand. Since we can see them coming with the torches.
Yeah, it's you see about 8 torchlight, 8 torches.
Okay. So Tero's plan is he's gonna stand in front of, kind of out in front, maybe by the house, if I'm judging that distance correctly.
Yeah.
So that when they get to the point where they can see him, it's they're close enough to see him, but far enough away that just shouting would be inconvenient. So he can then just wave and then just gesture onward and then turn into the mines.
Okay. So
it's not suspicious that he's not talking. It's just
okay. So as you're standing out there doing that, preparing, the figures are approaching. You can get a good look of them now as they're getting closer. 8 figures. They're dressed in hooded robes. Pulling a wagon along, filled with a bunch of urns, big urns, which is what they would dispose of infected materials in, burn them and toss them in. They're getting closer and closer, and as they get closer and closer, they begin to take the robes off because they don't need to really disguise themselves right now, and they're dressed in these elegant, sleek armor built for battle, but also for stealth and sneaking. It's really sleek, dark armor that doesn't catch any light. It's covered in this. It's painted in a way, covered in with some sort of substance that doesn't reflect light, but it is metal. They start to approach, and they see you, and one of them nods and waves off 4 of them to follow you, while 4 stay behind with the cart.
Okay.
And
he'll make his way into the mine, waiting
Sumaji,
until they're
in the house. You feel
what the fuck does that mean?
attenuated, not attenuated, but a slight psychic connection appear with about 8 minds.
He's gonna look to his sister. She
nods.
seemed to, in the brain, we're connected, I'll say. To Tero and Abraham.
Wait, so you're saying those got the David in your head?
I feel a connection.
Or we
It
blow?
needs to happen fast. We need to move fast. They're gonna catch one.
Tero, the ones that are following you.
Mm-hmm.
So then, Sumaji, you feel 4 of those presences fade out gradually. Tero, you're leading them into the mine, the 4 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're following you. They're looking, taking it slow, examining things as they go in. And they pause by the barrels full of the ore.
Mm-hmm.
That's glowing blue, and they pause for a second. Do you feel the connection? No. Strange.
They're in past the beam.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
At
yeah.
this point?
But they're talking
Yeah,
about how
just-
they can't feel a connection with the ore. And
Doink!
they're moving over to like actually investigate it
Yeah.
before
Doink!
there's a. They look up just as the ceiling collapses on them.
Oh, nice.
You're just standing in front of a collapsed tunnel now.
Oh, it collapsed so much that it just got all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everything else was irrelevant. We did not need to think this hard.
No. The four inside immediately hear commotion with the 4 outside by the wagon. And you see, peeking through the windows, which I assume you're all doing, to see what the fuck's going on. One of them taps the side of their head real quick, like...
Mm-hmm.
Does it again. But when they do it, they look in a direction. They do it again. They do it again.
Well, I think that they've
And
got it on.
they focus right on the window where Sumaji's looking before they look to the side for a second. Like something caught their attention from outside. And the connection breaks again, Sumaji. It's like something seems to have distracted them. And those of you inside the shack see what looks like a snowstorm kind of picks up a little bit.
He's back.
And you can just hear like muffled shouting, like, can't say anything, what's going on? That's all for right now. Tero, you're still in the mine.
Okay. Tero, I guess, is gonna... I mean, he'll go over to the... he'll go over to the pile of rubble
Yeah.
and, like, listen at it to see if he can hear any breathing or anything under there.
You don't hear anything.
Okay. Alright. And then, yeah, he's just gonna skip his way through the mine. If we left any torch... I don't know if we left any torches burning.
Probably.
Okay.
Just an alchemist fire lying on the ground.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, now there's the... Wait, so is there still the alchemist fire... Like, in the thing that Abe put together, can I just, like, take the alchemist fire?
No, that one was the one that got triggered. Yeah. The one that... Oh, yeah, the one that Abe set. Yeah, that one's still there.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he'll pick that up so that those are... Cause that wasn't necessary. But as he passes torches, he's gonna pick them up off the sconces and just turn them upside down and then just put them out in the dirt.
Cool.
Because he doesn't need them. And if anyone comes in here, happens to come in here, he doesn't like. He's anticipating someone might be able to dig their way in if these people are capable and powerful.
Yeah.
He doesn't want them being able to see.
Sure. So you just...
And then he's gonna make his way towards the ventilation shaft.
Okay. So you start climbing up with the rope, and you peek out, and you can see the snowstorm rolling, and you can see 4 torches kind of staying near the wagon. Like, you can see the wagon, you can see the torches. And then you just see one of the torches blink out, like snuff. Then you hear a scream that starts down from the wagon, and then immediately jettisons towards you. Like, just... Whoa! And a body smashes against the rocks where you're poking your head out of, and it's one of these individuals.
Oh, me up at the top?
Yeah, so like down from the wagon, like 100 feet away, you hear somebody scream, and then that scream continues all the way towards you before a body comes smashing down on the rocks near your head. Just poof. and just scatters.
What is going on? And he looks over at Samira. This ain't you?
No.
It's... And he just broadcasts to only the people in his party. Who's doing this?
Not me.
Sumaji's gonna, the shoulders are gonna pop out, and he's gonna just jump through the door.
Yeah. You jump through the door and you
because
see one of the people is like running to get shelter in the building and is stopped right in front of you.
I'm just legit.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Now that you're like face to face, when you can get a good look at them, they have like these metal, like these jagged, like metal helmets that are like bolted into the sides of their head, like all around their skull, like if they're bolted into the flesh and into the bone, and the metal. Yeah, it's just part of their head basically, and you lock eyes with one of them as they get to the door.
I'll lunge forward.
Yeah, go for it. I'll say with surprise because they weren't expecting somebody to lunge out. Advantage, because I'm going to say they're not expecting somebody to lunge out the door at them.
Because I was an 8 initially, and then a dirty 20.
Yeah, so you lunge out at them.
Okay.
And you feel this immediate connection with this person, like psychically.
10 slashing damage as I just dig into the the armor.
Those of you inside hear somebody else scream from outside before a streak of crimson just splashes against the back windows of the house. So opposite direction of where Sumaji's standing. Just the back of the house, there's just like a blood smear that just goes...
Oh, it's going on out
Tero,
there.
you're outside. Make a perception check.
All right.
What Tero's doing, by the way, is he's grabbing the body that went flying past him and just yanking it in front of him, and then like hiding behind a rock so he can like peek over down at what's happening, and it's just like going through the body while he's watching.
Sure.
Perception?
Yeah.
Pickpocket at you.
No, my internet. Okay.
17.
You see a 10-foot tall humanoid covered in shaggy white fur with a round human-like face and large deer antlers that they're wearing like a little hat.
Mm-hmm.
And they're wearing like these gauntlets that have long serrated claws on them. And they're just like in the process of, you see one of the people that came is like hiding against the back of one of the houses, the one that the others are in, before this thing, concealing itself within the snowstorm, just slashes the person as they're standing up against the house and just scatters their blood just all over the back of the house. And then you see a second one rounding on the person who's still standing by the wagon, and then just lifting them up by their head, and just with the other hand, just without much effort, just pulling them in half. Sumaji, the one you attacked,
I have the claws
yeah,
dug in.
so that's your attack. So you got something else.
Bonus action.
Yeah.
Do it again. 18?
18 hits.
Okay. Or another, not great, 6.
6.
Slashing
So
damage.
they're going to palm your forehead to like, kind of like get you to stumble back a little bit, and then they're going to do this weird like hand motion.
Oh.
Before they lift up into the sky, casting fly on themselves. Which means they are now out. They're flying up and out of your reach. So now they're like 10 feet up now.
Attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Okay. If I can do it. Get back here. 12.
Misses. So they fly up into the air and they start like flying away. Sumaji, lumbering out of, you see a brief like shift of movement on the top of the quarry, like near the woods, and you see this thing running. Tero sees this as well. So on the opposite side of the quarry, something's running, leaps off the side of the quarry. It's a good like 200-foot drop into the quarry. They latch on to the flying individual.
Oh no.
And while the individual's flying, trying to shake this thing off, just leg, they like tear them in half, and the mage is still, like the individual is still flying with their upper half as they're still alive for the moment and still concentrating on the spell, as their legs land on the roof of where the rest of the party are inside. So the legs, the torso, the lower half hits the roof.
What? Marzipan, Roscoe.
What the fuck is going on?
And then
I don't know if
Tero,
they're
you just
being
see
friendly to us.
Tero, you just see the upper half of this person, entrails hanging out, concentrating on the fly spell still as they're flying around as this large, same creature, the third one you've seen of these things, holding onto the body as it like steers out of control and crashes into the woods and disappears. There is no more movement in the quarry or the camp.
You and your friends really know how to have a good time.
So what happens to the snowstorm? Does it stay?
The snowstorm fades. And there is just blood everywhere inside the quarry. And body parts. And yes, Sumaji, all of the mental connections you felt are gone.
Gonna look at the different bodies. Is there...
Oh, mangled as fuck. There's like, you see like, getting caught on like an eavesdrop are the legs, like the lower half of a torso, just like, like wedged into an eavesdrop on the roof of those workers' house.
Right. I think we're okay. It's clearing up. Y'all can get out. He'll start gathering up important looking bits of the remnants, looking for any kind of head, any kind of
there's some heads. There's a
no.
Yeah, there's the guy who got slashed. You can like see the blood on the back of the building, like on the windows. Back there, that person's probably the one that's the most intact.
Grab his body.
I don't think they were gonna honor this reward that they had for the foreman, but just in case, check to see if they got something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start gathering up all the bodies, any belongings or anything like that that looked like they could be usable. Sumaji is going to, in his hybrid form, is going to grab the dude, like press up here and dig its talons into the base of the throat, and take both hands and just rip the head off of this one that is still intact to give it to.
So just like Predator, the spinal column's still attached.
Yep. We'll just wrap that around a stick, and you can have like a popsicle.
But yeah, the bodies are like
the
bodies are mangled. The one that's near Tero was thrown like 200 feet with ease and scattered across the rocks. So they're basically, the armor's holding them together.
Mm-hmm.
So if you basically get a sense whatever's inside the armor is basically just mush.
Any weapons? Any items? Anything like that?
None of them have weapons, but they all have these weird like. They all have those weird helmets that are like bolted into their head.
Mm-hmm.
That comes down just above the eyes, and it's like three, like jagged horns almost, and then each of them have a ring tattooed around their middle finger. And then that weird, like, sleek black metal armor they were wearing that doesn't catch light.
What, you guys think this is enchanted armor? Or do you think... Now, it would be intriguing to me if it was some type of paint. Let's see.
Maybe,
I was gonna dig around when it comes to that armor, figure out what's going on with that.
Do you have Identify?
No.
Okay, investigation check then.
Yeah. That was one of the things that I was going to, that I believe I specified, is that I'm not gonna use identify.
Fair.
I think that'll make things more fun. But yeah. So you said
Investigation. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, 26.
It's not paint. It's just the material. Whatever this metal is, it doesn't catch light.
Does it look like we can gather enough of like? I mean, magic items can be harmed. It can be
The armor's not.
magic items.
Yeah, magic items can be damaged and destroyed.
Yeah.
But this armor is not damaged in any way. Like the body
We start
that
gathering up pieces of each of the people and just taking them off and separating out what is like a full
so
set.
you get so the Tero, do you regroup with the rest of everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Do you bring your body with you?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
dragging it.
So when Tero's dragging this body, stuff is just like leaking out of the gaps of the metal armor because this guy was basically pulverized inside of his armor. As you begin taking the armor off, the inside of the armor is effectively an Iron Maiden.
Mm.
So when you take it off, bunch of little like spikes just like glide out of the flesh of the people wearing it, and they begin to leak this like bluish, lightly glowing blood. So like there's this smear on the window that was red and crimson, but once the armor is removed, the like little holes in the body leaks this like blue, same color as the sediment and the residue and stuff.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. You like starting to like hit it, see if you can like damage it at all.
What are you hitting it with?
Rocks, just mundane.
Okay, you grab a rock and you hit the rock against the armor, and the rock like immediately crumbles. Just
You all see that? You see that? What is going on?
And I'm going to take the claw and just slash across.
okay. Every single one of your claws breaks at the nail bed.
Oh!
And you take 6 points of damage.
After 3.
So yeah, claws snap off of the nail bed, and it's just like raw bleeding.
Fuck. That's not good. And he's gonna. The hands are gonna ignite and light up, and he's gonna looks like he cracks his knuckles, and as he does, you hear this distinct sound of popping. The claws don't glow back, but at least they're not bleeding and in pain anymore as he does healing.
Okay. And yeah, there's a wagon nearby just full of a bunch of empty big urns.
Go for. Gonna go to the urns and see if there's anything in those.
No, they're all empty.
Fuck. They weren't going to pay.
And the wagon is just like a wagon for transporting goods. It's not like big enough for people to like sit on and stuff.
I'm hungry. Wait, let's see which one. Which one probably had the one in charge.
Here's this one to the spine.
He's gonna see if he can find the one that if he can't, he wants to prioritize the one that pointed to tell like the 4 to go inside.
The one that pointed would have been one of the ones that like was beckoning for the people to come with him into the mine.
Okay.
So
so he's
crushed by the rocks in the mine.
Okay. Hungry. Thanks.
Alright, I'm gonna walk over here. Let's Abraham eat alone.
Okay. So
Horrific.
You crack into the skull and the brain is blue.
Doll. What? I don't.
Like it looks healthy, but it's just a blue tinged color.
I hope this don't give me a headache.
Brain freeze.
Cool. You eat the brain, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
22.
22. You feel your consciousness leave your body. So your body just goes, slumps onto the ground.
Yeah.
So the rest everybody just sees Abraham take a bite and then just go.
Fell asleep.
Abraham,
Yeah.
you see a grand city of like black stone, far north, surrounded by just ice, no vegetation, nothing, and you see an individual.
Wait, so is this so like I take a bite of this thing and then it's like I get lurched almost like into the atmosphere, look up to the north, see this black city, and it's just like
Yeah.
and things just kind of zoom in.
Yeah. And then you phase through a building into this like room filled with toys and books and a bunch of children in like ragged clothes. And you basically mind meld with one of these children. And you see a woman in like a hooded gown approach. Dalton, the king's coming to see all the children today. Are you excited? And you feel yourself say, yeah. And there's like a gap, and the woman's gone. And walking into this room where all the children like sleep, you can see numerous beds, determining that this is an orphanage. And stepping into the room, you see a tiefling man, pale blue skin, almost white. Let me pull up his picture again so I can describe it better.
Yeah, the one that Abraham wouldn't have seen.
So icy is just blue skin, blue eyes, like a majestic white beard, white mustache, curled back white horns, and short, curly but like well kept, like slicked back white hair, and a crown of like jagged ice growing out of his scalp. And he's wearing like these regal white robes and a regal white tunic. He's looking at all the children, talking to each of them, interacting with each of them. I have made a deal with the orphanage here to give you all a better home. How does that all sound? And the children all go, yeah. They all seem like super excited. The king's here, they love him, blah, blah, blah. Flash to you in this child's mind, walking through a grandiose palace. Everything is like white and blue marble with like a coating of frost on it almost, but it's warm, but it should be cold based on how everything looks. And you watch this child live his life in this palace with the other children for years and years and years. And then one day, this individual, the tiefling man, approaches one of the children, the one you're currently viewing their memories. Tell me, Dalton, do you wish to help the children like you? Do you wish to help the people unfortunate as you were? And you feel the individual say, of course, my lord, anything. He nods and leads a lot of these children that are now adults, young adults, through the palace and down into a chamber. And as they get into this chamber, he gives them all what looks like just like expensive wine, and they start drinking it, and then he's giving them meals. And a couple worms begin to come into the chamber. And once the individuals start passing out from the wine and the food, begin dragging them away. And the last memory you see of this person is them being strapped to like a vertical table, like a rack almost, and you recognize individuals garbed like the Nebelstadt hospital doctors, injecting people with this like glowing blue, blood-like substance that they're taking out of the tiefling man and injecting into the now grown orphans, and then fitting them with that armor that pierces into them. And once that happens, whoever this individual was, gone. And you snap back to your body lying face down on the ground.
His face down on the ground, you just see him go. Only like
Sumaji, for the briefest of moments, you feel Abraham as part of that like connected consciousness you've been feeling around this mine and the stuff within it. Samira looks at you like she feels the same. And then this feeling of Abraham being a part of that fades.
Alright. No more damn brains. They got some stank on them. If I could compare it to something, it'd be like me eating another mind flayer's brain. You know? Like, something happened to these people that changed them. Much like Ceremophores. Only, yeah, it's, oh.
Yeah, maybe just relax for a second.
I saw this, I saw the memories before change though. They were orphanage, bunch of kids, some bluish white tiefling guy, lost spikes, ice.
Which is the tiefling you saw, Sumaji, when you touched the veins. He said the one that said your name.
Okay.
Anyway, I've never seen him before, but looked important. That's weird.
In your vision, and what you saw, Abraham, he was called my lord.
Oh no.
Yeah. Called him a lord. So, I mean, clearly someone important.
And the city you saw would have been Ormerheim, where the Rime King
Well, yeah,
resides and whatnot.
I mean, it's over there. Last time I looked at a map, or was it? I think. Where is it? Up north there?
Yes, super
Ormerheim?
north.
Yeah, that must have been it. Anyway, that must be where they all come from. These guys. It kicks it. Either way, I don't know what else we're gonna get from this. I don't even wanna. I don't think I can. I don't want to take another shot at eating any of Daniela's brains. Thanks for the effort.
Sure.
Maybe I'll keep one just in case for emergency. In case I don't find anything.
I think we need to address the fact that whatever the fuck killed the foreman probably were the same creatures that just came just now.
Oh, and yeah, important thing from the vision you saw was they were taking blood out of the tiefling and injecting it into the people.
Ooh. Yeah. So Abraham's just gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
like
Relay everything,
divulge the rest of the information to the group. So, I mean, yeah. We both Tiefling guy used the blood to make these. Oh no, that sounds like demon stuff.
No, it's not demon stuff. It's not too far from what happened with us.
What you had? Is this the guy that?
No, we were maybe a modified version of what, and he's gonna look down at these people. I think we might have been later versions of what they wanted to create. I don't know.
Oh, what you mean? We? And he looks over at Samira.
No, my order.
Oh.
We were the people who started and incorporated me, took me in. They were survivors. Or maybe, oh no, wait, maybe I have that reversed. I think the people from my order were the first renditions of this. And it was never truly perfected, but these people are a bit more controlled, more direct. We don't use the blood, we use
I don't.
different
I don't know
components.
that. I mean, that's a weird one. I mean, looking at him and looking at what I experienced, I think they might be a bit like puppets on strings. Maybe there's a little bit of them left in there, but yeah.
I mean, when you ate that brain, I felt a flash of connection with you.
Yeah, me too.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Like what I've been feeling when they came, what I felt whenever we were moving through the mines. The mines, it was...
Yeah, same here.
We were
It's the
connected.
same
Yeah,
here.
we were connected.
Oh, great. So I almost got your... I almost got infected with your disease. Eh?
It ain't a disease.
Well... Mind...
It's like you almost became part of the half mind.
Yeah. Little mind infection. Little virus.
I think we're connected, but there's something between... Obviously, there's a stronger connection between these people and this lord, who I imagine to be the perpetrator of this all. But there's something disconnected between Samir and myself.
Yeah.
I mean, we felt the connection, but it wasn't as... Correct me if I'm wrong, it's not like... It wasn't crazy. It wasn't like super intrusive, like whenever he inhaled the...
No.
Yeah.
This would have been more
Inhaling
like...
that dust.
Yeah, this would have been more like... The dust was like... You had a feeling of longing and euphoria.
Right.
This was just like... It felt like... How do I word this? Being a part of a social network that feels extremely positive and connected. Like a
I
hive
don't
mind.
think any of us know what that feels like,
No.
guys.
Yeah.
It feels like what you would best equate to being like a hive mind. All of these individuals are a part of a collective consciousness, is what it seems like based on what you've experienced. They can sense others that are connected to this by just focusing.
I think we're offshoots of whatever control they have. I think we're far enough removed that it's not a... They gotta really want to notice us for us to be noticed, if that makes sense. Like the only really time I felt it, but it was like a consistent thing. But they didn't seem to recognize me until they actually were intent on
And it
finding the
seemed like one
location.
was able to like focus on the signals. Every time they tapped their head, they were like focusing on something else.
Yeah,
Like they're able to like focus on each like signal in their head.
right. But it looked
Oh,
like they
like
had to have
changing the-
intention,
Like changing
Yeah.
the channel on a,
Yeah.
on a radio.
like the radio frequency.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I think we
then
need
they all
to-
had rings tattooed around their middle fingers, and then now that they're all dead, the tattoo is gone.
Shit, I was about to say, shot their finger off.
All right.
And you said some of them have blue or bluish liquid. Can I collect a couple
They're-
vials of
when
them?
they were like damaged by like the things, red blood squirted out. But once you like remove the armor with all these like holes in their torso, that's where the blue blood came out of.
Can I extract some of that?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll do the easiest source. I'm just gonna do 2 vials.
Okay.
So, and Abe's gonna take this time to like look around. So, what about our friends that just did a lot of our dirty work?
I don't think we want to necessarily stick around long enough to thank them.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we leave as thanks.
Yeah.
Did we check the wagon? I forget. Did we check the wagon?
Yeah.
The urns are empty. They were looked like they were deceiving.
Yeah, it's just a little like
Foreman.
pull wagon for supplies, not like built for like people and travel and
Yeah.
whatnot.
We'll take the wagon, but we'll put Penny.
Who would
Any
be
of the
who would
supplies
be
that-
who would be Penny would be rebuilt by now.
I hope,
Oh, that's right. The
Yeah.
long rest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
You're right. You're right.
I hope you don't mind me taking a little bit of a little bit of time here. Yeah. And over the entrance of the mine, he's
Yeah.
gonna take some of the blood from these guys and just write them,
The blue blood or the red blood?
the red blood,
Okay.
and just write them above the mine.
Okay.
They/them.
What a fun movie.
But he's just gonna have them.
Okay.
Just a little bit of obscure misdirection, perhaps. That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, maybe take some of that blue blood and paint the depiction of the
Listen, I
Leshy.
I don't think I'm gonna touch that blue stuff, cause
Okay, we'll do it with the regular
Right.
blood. Do it with the red blood then.
do what?
Do that symbol with the red blood then.
Oh,
We want consistency.
yeah, all right.
All right.
And he'll look back at his sketchbook, like, and he looks back at Tero, and it's just like, and then looks back. Oh, look.
Does Tero take off the Foreman disguise? do you
Oh, yeah.
do you keep the Foreman disguise?
Oh man.
No.
Okay.
The idea of Terry just walking around like, am I supposed to take this off? Do I leave this on? Am I
Okay.
inform it now? Do I live here?
So
Is
you
this my new home?
leave that symbol painted on the cave entrance. Where do you go? Do you head along back out of the quarry and down the road towards what
We
is no
never got
longer
any
what is no
kind of-
longer called Imladris because that is Rivendell.
Oh, right.
I renamed it. You'll find out when you get there.
Oh, okay.
told us. I remember you.
Yeah, it's
Solvate,
Wormwood said
Haringar.
Hrungar, formerly
Hrungar.
Imladris. Yeah, Hrungar.
What I write? I was so out of it one day or the other day. I wrote instead of lady, I wrote laby. Excuse me.
Labia.
Laby Mortrigan. Okay. All right. Brain. Yeah, I guess we'll just head back.
All right.
I mean, it's still early, right? Like it's early.
Also,
Ish.
just because we're just, having fun,
Yeah.
I will remind you that you all did leave a note on wanting to visit that moon altar
Mm-hmm.
that you passed by that needed a full moon. That is on the
Yeah.
34th of Ziln. It is currently the 16th.
So we still have some time.
Yeah.
About 15
About 2
minutes.
weeks.
Yeah. And to get there from here isn't too far.
Fortnite.
Yeah, so.
The idea was that we should have enough time. The idea was that we thought we were going to have to travel whenever we were going to walk.
Oh, now
Into
you're
the
traveling.
Frost
Now you're
Mines?
traveling.
Now it's actual traveling. Okay, so we need to go to Horengar.
Yeah, and then wherever you want to go from there.
And I think we need to return back, and then
You do, which
report
means
back
going
in.
through all of the mountain crevasse again, the lift that Sumaji hated,
Yeah.
where the Yeti attacked, and all that fun stuff. Back through there.
So
Backtracking.
we need-
No.
Okay, so if we were to do math and have perfect days or good days,
Yeah.
logistically to get from the frost mine, from the mines, back to Foradorn, back to the main hub, how long do you think that would take? Could we guesstimate as we can walk and talk about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to going back to Ron's End,
It's 156 miles.
I think, I think we passed the test flying colors. We don't necessarily need to go back there.
I mean,
Where
Where
they're
else
the
would we
ones
go?
they're the ones that can get to and fro real quick. If
Oh.
they want to give us more marching orders, they can just come give them to us.
From here to the headquarters is 8 days, without any issues with travel.
okay, so we wouldn't be able to make it back to the altar.
Because
A
8
lot
days
of,
would
like
put
make
you
it there
to-
and then
It'd push you to the 24th. Yeah, you wouldn't get back to the altar in time if you went to the headquarters.
look. We could just. Why don't we just, at the very least, we return back to Foradorn, report back because we know our contacts. We just let them know.
There's a
Hey,
contact at the inn in Foradorn.
yeah. We let them know. We chill out in Foradorn. We make our way back to the altar
Yeah.
of the moon.
So I'll above the table
I can
talk.
go both.
Above the table talk. You guys, if whenever you get a contract from these guys and finish it, you don't have to go all the way back to the headquarters. If you just
Right.
find one of their secondary outposts anywhere, you can do it there. But you only know of the one outpost currently.
Yeah.
And that's in Foradorn, right?
Foradorn, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
At the
We can just
tavern
get
owned by
there.
Leonard, the ogre.
We get there, drop off this head. Yeah? Yeah? We drop off the head. Mission accomplished. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We report back what we know, what we found out, and then confirm the foreman being deceased, miners. Shit. Okay. Yeah, we got some thinking to do, but I don't think. Yeah, we don't need to go all the way back. We just need to report back to the Foradorn, see if they have anything for us. What's his name? Walking stick or worm
Wormwood.
rot. Wormwood. That's right. Wormwood. He'll let us know if we have anything. But I think I want to get back to the altar,
Yeah.
so I think we need to.
Before we get out here, Scooch, do you want that spear we saw in that thing? It's big, but might have some stuff you can use, no?
No, I'm alright. It's all wood and stone.
Oh, right, okay. Big.
Did any of those creatures have a similar weapon?
They were all using those clawed gauntlets that they're wearing on their hands. None of them are using the spear, but it
So
looks
there's
like
nothing really tying them
it looks
together.
like they'd be this right size to use the spears, though.
Okay.
Sumaji is going to make a request during this bit of travel, by the way. He's going to make a request to Scooch.
Yeah.
Which I'll address this with the player next
Yeah.
time to see if he can fashion a makeshift smaller gauntlet claw that will accommodate. For right now, he's fingernailless and clawless because of that. So he wants something that he can do damage with
Okay.
for the next
Alright.
time around.
So
I'm going
you
to play
all-
into that for a little bit.
Cool. You all begin to head out of the quarry then, on the road to Horengar. And that's where we'll pick up next week. But first off, since you all solved the mystery at the mines. Sumaji, level up.
Yes. Oh.
Oh no.
Amazing.
Level 4, which means feats or ability score increases.
That's funny. I cannot multi-class into anything. I don't have a high enough intelligence. Not that I was going to. Okay, let's see. Class add. Level up to level 4. Okay, I'm going to roll my dice. That is a d10. Please don't fuck me. Please, please, please don't fuck me. It didn't fuck me. A 9.
Perfect. Tero.
Yeah. D8, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 7.
Hell yeah. Abraham, D6.
Please. Come on, no 2s. Alright, that's good. That's above average. We got a 4.
Alrighty.
We got a 4.
I'll let the other two know that we're now level 4. So you guys got some choice. You got a week just to figure out feat or ability score increase. But until then,
Yeah.
good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.